Don't even do it. No.
Not looking good.
Nope.
Oh, nah. I wouldn't even pay attention to the freaking shit right now because you heard of the Red Mirage?
I mean, it always looks like this in the beginning, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's the Red Mirage. It's the Red Mirage.
All the fucking sister fuckers go this way right away.
Pennsylvania, dog. That's it. If she loses Pennsylvania, that's it. That's it.
If who?
If she loses Pennsylvania, that's it.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is one of those fucking swing states.
That's it. If she loses that, that's it.
Can't believe it's fucking closed. That's insane.
Yeah.
That was just
Oh, there you go.
insane. Well, we're gonna enjoy Pathfinder on the night that democracy ends, I guess.
This is, it's like, you know, me and Matt were saying, we just, all we're asking for is we just want to be able to finish this campaign before the fucking world ends.
Right.
And we're
I'm not asking for fucking much, though.
right.
At least I don't think
I want to hit level 20. I want to
Right.
see what that's like for once in my life.
Right.
We'll get to level 20 and then it'll be Samuel's turn. I'll be
Halfway
going
there.
all night.
You're like, the world's ending, nigga, hurry up.
Happens. Too anxious. Like, motherfucker, that's the reason you need to fucking show up. Don't give me this shit.
You know this nigga ain't talking. This man needs to go home somewhere with that shit.
Anxious about, anxious about what?
He freaking about fucking. He anxious
About
about
this?
the election. Yeah, the elections. He's too anxious. He's in the military, so he's like, man. He's like, he's like, if Trump gets in and he starts trying to abuse the military, he's like, I'm not gonna forsake my oath. He's like, he's like, I'm not breaking my oath.
I mean, he was under him the first time.
Yeah, but Trump wasn't abusing the use of the military, and he's over here threatening that he will.
Wasn't talking about turning the military on people that disagree with him.
Right.
Like he is now.
Pav is freaking out. Pav is like,
You think that was coming? You didn't think that was
Next, buddy? That's what the fuck I got out. When he was first getting elected, I was like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here, buddy. I'm out of here.
My ex Justin said the same thing. They're like,
Okay.
I'm not
As soon as he was going up for thing, and everybody in my unit was like, yeah, Trump, yeah. All the white boys just geeked out for Trump. I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Looks great on my resume. I'm out. No.
wild. Fucking wild.
We can start, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Yes, indeed.
I thought this guy said.
He said it'd be a few minutes late.
Yeah, it's a few minutes.
It's been over a few minutes, yeah.
Let me stop. Let's stop. Go ahead. He
You
go
can
read.
catch
He
up.
go
You
watch
can
the
catch
session
up.
anyways, motherfucker.
He's too lazy.
He watch the session anyways.
His
It
own-
don't even fucking matter.
His own words. His own words.
Too lazy. Boy, if you don't shut your ass up. Oh, I see my headband. +4? Bro, y'all in trouble.
I actually finished it just in time.
That shit says +4. My charisma is 25 right now. That's crazy.
Congratulations, man.
Nice.
The most confident woman in all of Erissia. You got the blood of the phoenix. People see it now.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Something about her.
That shit is
Too majestic. I can't.
I like staring at this
This nice +12 to fucking will saves. Ooh wee. Ooh, yeah.
I finally hit +7.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to fucking type on your. I was supposed to
The
type.
blessed.
Oh, I did type
The
it.
wooden.
Hobgoblin nymph bless. But
Yeah.
I need to put
The
the
perform was it +4 to performance and Oh, you
forgot
missed
to
that, Tony. I
yeah,
got
I
a
forgot.
blessing from the fucking the wood nymph.
Tony's about to be jealous.
I got +4 to
Yeah,
craft,
because you
and
weren't
then
there, and she was like, "Who will step forward and take this blessing?" And Nathia stepped forward, but I was like, "Shit, maybe Tony wanted to step forward too."
Hold on. What was the blessing?
It's she.
+4 to
Yeah.
will, a permanent +4 to will,
Yo,
a
no, I
per.
needed that.
Hey man, you should have been here,
I should
bro.
have been here. I ain't even mad at
You
you.
should have
I ain't
been
even
here. You
mad.
should have
I ain't
been
even
here,
mad.
bro. That shit
Yeah,
was about to go to Samuels, bro. I had to take it.
I ain't
I was
even
joking.
mad. Man, that +11 to will would be
I
godlike
worked.
right now. Okay.
I worked hard for that shit. Me, Rakeem, and Calvin went into the woods and survived 19 will saves to get that shit.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't have made that. Yeah, no, you deserved it.
We worked hard for that shit.
You
Yeah,
deserved it.
he got the nymph Fae inspiration where he like permanently, because usually this is temporarily, but like she used the last of her life force for this. He's permanently inspired by a muse, by a nymph's muse, pretty much. That gives him basically a lot of fucking uh uh like inspiration and creativity, and makes his soul feel a little more brighter. Like, so yeah, it gives +4 insight bonus to his will saves, to his craft checks, and to his perform checks.
Wait, what's my?
And if he was a bard, he would have had more bardic performance rounds, but he's not a bard, so
Yo,
he
what's
doesn't
my?
get that.
What's my health right now? My hit points?
You didn't roll it.
I did roll it.
Oh, you
I
did.
rolled.
What was it?
I think I rolled a 6. Let me.
Yeah, I guess we could scroll up. Yeah. Yeah, I think you did say you rolled a 6. You got average, I think.
Yeah.
So, alright, so you could change that to 8. That should be 87 then.
Well, where the fuck?
That should be 87.
Oh, it's right here. Nope, that's 1d8.
There it is. Yeah, rolling for HP 6.
Let me add this to this here sheet before I forget.
Can I like aid them? So can I aid Icarus in like crafting and shit with that craft bonus or no?
Yeah, yeah, you can aid. Hmm.
Yeah, it ain't that
Like,
far
aid,
up.
You got
It was
craft
6.
too?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's the jealousy.
There it
yeah.
is. Yeah, that's my jealousy right there.
Hey, jealousy.
See,
Hey,
now,
Sorry,
now,
bro.
jealousy.
now we got a retcon. I want that. I want that will save now.
Sorry, bro. All right, bro. You're just gonna have to take these hobgoblin hands all on your fucking craft items, bro.
Yep.
That's how that's gonna work. I'm
He's
gonna
about
help
to. He's
Waylon
about to come
too.
help you.
I'm about to help Waylon too, bro. I'm about to be in the shop whipping potions.
You're gonna have another one of those ghost moments. You know,
Uh-huh.
you're doing your pottery. Nasir comes up behind you and helps you.
Right. Right. Let me give you these strong hobgoblin hands.
Ugh.
Let me see. I'm done taking
Alright.
ranks and intimidate. I'm done taking that. That's our Rakeem now. I'm not doing that anymore.
I'm gonna go work with Waylon and just be in there with the wok and shit, like stirring up fucking potions and shit.
Oh shit. Alright, see. Alright. Yeah, last we left off, you guys got back on the barge after receiving, after putting to rest the ghost of Mariana, the nymph Queen of
And
White Willow and the Shimmer Glens.
and reviving Lamatar into a halfling.
Yep, and Lamatar had returned and reincarnated back as a halfling. And so you guys got back on the barge and are going downriver, past all the settlements you've been to before. Maybe picking up some more of that turtle egg pie at Pindaka. And
Mm, let's
the
see.
road
What
the
what
road
I be
home.
working
And the biggest settlement you stop at is the same you've stopped at before, which was Ilsyrian. It's Ilsyrian. I keep saying Ilsurin. It's Ilsyrian. Ilsyrian. Town mostly populated by the Chiliac humans of Chiliac's descent. First place characters have been to where you don't really see a lot of Verisian. But your Verisian barge master the first time through was like, do what you got to do here, but try to come back soon. This place doesn't take too kindly to my people. So Elsarian's got a populace of people who the Chiliax population. A lot of them have some rather uh prejudiced views against the Verisian people. Um, so who knows how they would feel about hobgoblins. But it is a small town, so it's got more resources for sure compared to like way more resources compared to like Turtleback Ferry, which is more of like a backwards place, where the Surians uh trade with other settlements along Lake Sirentula, and they usually get traffic from out uh they get a lot of traffic from out east quite often. Um so at that spot, um there was a few items that was in the treasure loot that your characters were able to manage to get into town and sell off. Um so that you can continue with so that certain members of the group can continue with getting the resources for the crafts that they needed before you got back on board. um this was also, yeah, Rakeem was able to get shuriken.
Hell yeah.
Not
Mm.
sure how much you wanted to carry.
Not a whole lot because I don't really I barely plan on using them.
10?
Shurikens are they come in
Give me the
packs of
cheapest
yeah they come in packs
bum
of
shurikens you could find.
they come in packs of five. 5 for every gold piece. They weigh a half a pound for every 5.
So I could apply the poison to the shurikens now.
Yeah, give me 10.
Yeah, you can put
Give me
poison
10.
on his shuriken.
Speaking of which, did I get the chance to craft any poisons? I did mention asking to craft poison.
I did your yeah, I know. Um, that's right. He crafts them as if they were alchemical items, doesn't he? Yeah, you didn't put any
Hmm.
down. Uh, yeah, you didn't put you put a bunch of alchemical items down, and I went through each set to see how much days he used making all of that. I don't know. There might have been time to get. I mean, it depends on the poisons. Obviously, the cheaper the poison, if they're cheap poisons, then he probably could have gotten away with making some of them during the crafting. It's the expensive ones that I don't know if
So
he.
it's the DC, the fortitude DCs are. Is that the craft DC?
No, I need the cost.
Ah,
That's gonna
I
determine.
was gonna try and pick one of the poisons I already see on the list and just replicate those, but I don't see the cost here for those.
Yeah. Um.
We could do that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably never gonna want to put the poison on these shurikens, like ever,
Because they're never gonna hit.
because they're not gonna hit. It's literally just so I can start the flurry and get into defensive stance and do a flying kick.
Oh.
so I
Okay.
don't. So I have that extra defense when I'm moving in.
Right.
Mhm.
Hello, Raiders. I just realized we got
But
raided like 3 minutes ago.
What up,
What's
I
up,
Raiders?
got
What's
like a
going on?
wild like -8 to my to throw in a shuriken or something
Welcome
like
to our
that. So
Pathfinder game.
Mhm.
Welcome to the show.
So Rakim, Nasir, and by that extension, also Kaladin. Do you guys want another loadout of channel key or no?
Yeah, why
yeah,
not? Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
absolutely. Yeah.
Need all that
Yeah.
good stuff. That's the
Yep.
channel key, the maid's armor, whatever the hell you can give.
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely channel key and mage armor is a big thing on my list.
I will take
Other than that, I got
I
nothing
think
else.
I still got a whole lot of gravity tonics left over, so I ain't worried about that one.
Yeah, I know we ain't really got time to make anything else. So
if you can make me some if you can some alchemist fire would go really good.
I think we have it in the
Yeah, I made
think-
some new
I think it's
alchemy
in the army.
stuff. It's in the armory if you check
All
it.
right. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple of those.
I know you like using them for your material components.
Yeah.
What's she grabbing?
Alchemist fire.
Alchemist
Oh,
fire.
Alchemist Fire. All right. How many did you take?
I'll take 3. How much do they weigh?
1 pound each.
Yeah, 1 pound each. Say, all right. I took the 3 off the armory. She's got them on her. She put it on her character sheet.
I'm gonna
3 Alchemist Fire.
Waylon, I'm coming to you. You're gonna teach me some alchemy. We're about to do some things.
All right. I
Um,
got you, fam.
so as you finish up in Ilsurian, you continue traveling along the the shores of the Lake Sirentula, going through, making a stop at pit stop at Whistledown, taking some rest there, doing whatever doing any necessary shopping while you're there. The barge master's like restocking on any supplies that's needed before you get back onto the Yandabakari River, where continue sailing back down. Your characters are busy training, retraining, studying, crafting. Also, you're taking advantage of being on the river. You notice Nasir's got some intense training going on there, some very intense training going on the barge there.
nah. What you see is Nasir sitting on the edge of the boat, and he's been telling Rakim he's been hearing drums in his head ever since he's been touched by the Fae, and he's been hearing the Goblin War drums that they used to play when he was a kid,
Mm.
and it's been kind of taking him back to a time where he was, just a little bit more in tune with his violent nature. And he's just, he's telling you about that, and he's trying to find a way to
Didn't even realize that.
find peace with that.
Is this my fault?
I don't think so.
Don't let what I did to Barl influence you.
No, I wasn't thinking about this beforehand at all. At all. It's when the Fae touched me, I couldn't get the song of the drums out of my head. The rhythms are kind of was moving me to it's just moving me. It's welling something up inside of me, and I must find a way to suppress it, to calm myself in these moments.
Well, there's always more prayer and thought to a Rory.
And that's what I shall do, brother. The master of masters always knows the way.
Shit. All right. Gotta see what that's about.
Yeah, you'll see.
All right.
What's the deal? Where are we going?
Who else is? I know.
I
You
know we
got
were
your
supposed
characters
to
do.
find birds to send messages to
Yeah, it was at The other thing you do notice,
the Sandpoint.
Caldum's been heavily retraining. Like you can see him doing some some serious training, hardcore training himself as he's retrained out of what did he take in his place? Why can't I remember?
To weapon defense and with slow strike.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep. He's
Yep.
studying.
He's honing in more. You notice that he's kind of been he's been like kind of shadow boxing with the way he attacks. You notice that like you can tell that he's like been practicing more of like those sneak attacks he likes to pull off. Like you can see you see his movements. You can realize that like he's looking to really harm an enemy in a manner where like they'll be rendered like um unable to their reactions would be rendered like unable to retaliate against enemies that leave themselves open.
You see him
That damn blender
striking
attack.
striking the
Right.
Achilles, striking behind the knee, cutting tendons behind the knees, practicing shit like that.
That's right. Where was it? We needed Shalelu to send that message, right? Was it
Right.
from Wardle? Is that where
Um
it was?
yeah, so when you guys get to Wardle, she goes off into the edges of the woods there. He's like, this won't take me long. She finds herself a hawk and casts animal messenger and writes on the message um for what's it, Mayor Devon. Devon? Yeah, Mayor Devon of Sandpoint. And warns her everything, signs off on it. She's always been a correspondent of Sandpoint. Like she's been like their like unofficial like scout pretty much. Um so she's used to sending her messages. So soon as the mayor gets the message, she'll know exactly who it's, she'll know for sure that, oh, this it's from Shalelu. Well, one, glad she's safe. Two, holy shit. What's coming to Sandpoint?
God, why?
No way. We need all of Magnemar's army. Shoot. But at the same time, they're also a settlement that's kind of their best to be independent from Magnamar. So, like, it becomes a sticky political situation where she's like, do I have to ask Magnamar for help again? I'm going to have to, but shit. We don't have the resources to be taking on a fucking. But then at the same time, she's like, oh, well, they able to. You could imagine what's going through her head when she gets that message. It's going to be chaotic. Assuming they haven't attacked yet, you're going to get there. It's going to be quite chaotic because people are preparing.
Prepare the defenses.
Or it's
Block
going to
the
be a
road.
pile of ash.
Yeah,
That's
Right,
what I'm worried about.
right. Or it's going to be a pile of rubble and ash.
That's what I'm worried about, man. That's good.
But yeah. So the
I'm a
hawk,
Pathfinder pessimist.
hawk flies off. It's going straight to Standpoint. A straight shot too. And Shalewa was like, I hope they haven't attacked yet. I pray to Desna that fortune is on our side, and that maybe the army probably been delayed or hasn't quite gotten there yet. We'll find out when we get to Sandpoint. I have faith that they'll get this message. They'll be ready. Oh, it looks
Are
like
we actually going like the entire riverway, like all the way to Magnamar, or is it? Would it be faster to like hop off the boat, like right here, run there or something like that? Like
Run there.
Right.
just go
you know,
across the land.
listen,
Um,
man, I'm a monk. I'm a monk, bro.
I'm a bug, bro.
the
Fast as
group,
fuck,
the,
boy.
the the group, yeah. I mean, the group could do that. Um, if that was the decision, yeah. The
I don't
thing
know if
is,
that would save us time at all, but
the
just an
problem,
idea. Just
yeah,
throwing it out.
it would save time. The only issue is your gear. Like the barge master
Yeah.
will bring it up to Magnemar's ports and dock, but
Oh, right.
he
Oh,
I
doesn't
guess
have
it.
right. That's he's there to like transport you guys.
Mm.
As for like the
We'd get there before our luggage, and I'm not sure this is
Right.
the kind of
yeah.
luggage we want to
As
get
for
there
the yeah, I was
before.
just saying. As for the logistics of like, as for the logistics of who's gonna handle your shit and put it in a warehouse,
Yo,
I think your characters are gonna want to trust yourselves to do that instead.
imagine we go ahead and rush and get there early, and then bandits just run off with all these goods.
We finding his ass.
Waylon
No,
would be
no.
so pissed.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
you
No,
know,
it's not
Waylon.
bandits. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say,
can we?
yeah, Waylon. You know that yeah. If being a resident of Magnamar, you have heard stories of con artists making off with wares that
Yeah.
weren't theirs at the docks. It doesn't happen all the time because Magnamar does have a good uh they have a decent, law enforcement and like the
Mhm.
really but because they have a decent law enforcement, especially around like the docks, because they're trying to build that reputation of being like the center of trade in this area of Erythia. I mean, they're in competition with Kobosa on the fucking other side of Erythia. So um it's the reason why the Underbridge and those two that district over there, it's the reason why that's so heavily concentrated with crime, because it's like they kind of over the years like made sure the biggest crimes just stayed right over there. Don't come over here and fuck our shit up. But that, obviously that doesn't mean thievery doesn't happen. But
Right.
I don't think, yeah, I'm sure the party's like, yeah, maybe let's not risk that. But
Nah, yeah,
or
I
some
got
or
enough
some
ranks
members
and
or some
merchants
members of the group, right? Yeah.
to know damn well there's which highways and byways and tradeways are getting hit the most as far as like bandits are concerned.
Nasir
'Cause
asks,
caravans talk a lot about that kind of stuff.
is there a pathway that the Stone Giant Horde might take? Like a
Um. Yeah, your character.
like a
Because I know Caldum has a pretty good knowledge of geography. So the way he put it was that the if the giants are coming
here,
from
right?
Jorgen says from this area up there, that he's like they're gonna be coming down they'll be coming down the trails. Um, actually, I do have a trail. Where's my handout? Uh, Here we go.
I'm about to go dig into this alchemist armory right quick.
So he says there it is. He looks like he's like if these giants are coming, they're gonna be taking that
The
Hospicari trail
red.
route. As soon as they cross that river, they're gonna be taking the Hospicari trail route that runs along the length of the Sword Coast from Magmar all the way up to Galduria, the dark forest green dotted line.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hurts my heart to choose materials.
Okay.
What was that?
So it hurts my heart that we're choosing the luggage over, but I get it.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's members of the group that are like, shit, we need to get the Standpoint. Other members right now are like, what do we do with our stuff?
Icarus is one of those. We need to get the Icarus is. We need to get the Sandpoint.
Monks are
I'll
too.
fucking fly there.
But if we leave them, it would involve having to leave fucking Waylon and Quindamere to show up late to the party, and that was.
Can we entrust Shalelu to be with them?
I mean, we could absolutely.
I don't know, man. Them
But
being alone in Magnamar makes me uneasy too.
Right. That makes me uneasy too.
with everything we've been through with that.
Right.
So yeah, I think we got to stick with them.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but Quindamere would not trust Shalelu or Calden with any sort of caravan after the shit they've been through with the Standpoint Devil. So that's a hard
for 1 with
negative.
caravan.
All right.
Everyone got murdered. Negative, my dear. We will not repeat the past. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro.
0% success rate with caravan.
No offense, Calder, but you do not get to have watch of a caravan ever.
He's not
again.
even.
Oh no.
He's not even here.
That's the
No.
unfortunate part, right? Because there's a rebut that needs to come, right? Like.
Right. He. Yeah.
Man,
It just. I know. It sucks when there's some good. It sucks when there's some.
Shalelu can say something.
Yeah,
She was
true.
there.
Shalelu would look at Quindamere and be like, "You're gonna
Oh, let
judge
me
us
speak
based.
my voice.
You're gonna judge us based on that one event. And what would you have done against the Sandpoint Devil?"
She does have a point.
You are right. I do not exactly know. I was not there.
Pretty sure we proved ourselves
Perhaps
many
it
times
was
after
just
that.
twist of fate. But I would not tempt fate twice, putting you in the same situation, especially if we know beforehand.
Just make sure we don't get to Sandpoint at night then. Although I believe this time we are much more experienced. And we have more members that will be with us should the Sandpoint Devil attack again.
But you also bring a good point.
Oh, I am not. Oh, yeah.
If as much as I want to get to Sandpoint as quickly as possible, we do need to be careful. There's no point of us rushing in the dark, whether or not, doesn't matter how many members we have. We don't want to expend unnecessary resources, so traveling during the day is the best. If that means we have to stay a night at Magnamar, then so be it. But it doesn't make sense to waste resources if we don't have to.
I believe Icarus is correct. A little small time since I didn't realize I was speaking in character. I was, let's say Netetsu said that. Yeah, I wasn't using my voice, so I was like, I didn't know, I didn't know who was in character. But yeah,
Sounds very into too. Like,
yeah, he talked some shit. But yeah, Icarus, I believe you are correct. Besides, I have something that I need in Magnamar before we approach Sandpoint. I am aware that if we delay, it's possible we might not have a Sandpoint to return to. But I think we all can use the resources that Magnamar could afford us before we make it to our destination.
To be honest with you, the only market that could withstand the entire value load that we have here would be Maglemar's market. To go to Sandpoint with our wares and to try and sell them, we would have to sell them at such a discounted rate. It would be a disservice to the actual refinement of the items that we have here. We'd be destroying the whole entire economic system of Sandpoint if we were to push such an endeavor. We have no choice. If we are going to make the most of the liquidation process that we have of the items here, it will have to be a Maglemar anyway. And if I remember correctly, Rakim, don't you have an old friend there that we have yet to meet? What was his name again? The mysterious man, the aloof man. What was his name again?
I wouldn't call the Forever Man a friend. And regardless, I don't think we have time to deal with him at this moment.
Absolutely not.
Of course.
But
One thing at
Waylon,
a time, of course.
Waylon, with all of the wares we have, do you think it's possible for us to make any sort of progress with what we have within 24 hours? By the looks of what we have, this looks like it could take days.
I don't expect to be able to make all of these wares disappear within 24 hours. However, some items here can still be moved, and even the smallest amongst them has a value point that is high enough to put a strain on Sandpoint. We are talking about scores of magical armor.
Yeah, idea is your characters can go to Magmar and set up a warehouse to get it stored, a high security one.
We got the money for that.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Right.
In any case, Rakim is going to be like a nervous fucking mess. Like he's pacing, like he wants to go. He's like, he ain't trying to hear shit except we're going back to Sandpoint. Like,
but
plus if you get there too soon, Chris, I gotta take that headband back.
Don't stop playing with me.
Wait, how many days is that going to take her?
But wait, she finishes like literally a day before. Well, the day of Magmar.
All right, let's try to get to Sandpoint like one day early.
Icarus also looks at Waylon. She goes, but so clearly we need a warehouse or some sort to keep all of this in. I think we might be able to grease some palms and maybe find us a good discount of a warehouse if we are using these wares to stimulate Magnemar's economy. Would you say an investor would give us a discount on a warehouse?
It is definitely not something that is out of our reach.
Oh man.
All right, so seems that your characters have decided to get this stuff stored properly in Magnemar. You continue your journey. You get to Magnemar, where you have curious onlookers off the wharf seeing, oh, what's that coming in? See a barge coming in. And Waylon and Quindamir both were well aware that, a lot of those people are curious about the wares, a lot of merchants. They know amongst that crowd there's going to be a few thieves probably that are making note. So your characters, I'll deal with the costs later. But we can say your characters made sure they spent, the time that they have in Magnemar to make sure to get, to make payments to warehouse,
Waylon has a better idea.
To laborers.
Waylon has a better idea. Rather than get a warehouse, Waylon suggests that we go to
weird. All right.
To the Aldaran Bank, that's the central bank of Maglemar, and we store it in the Great Vault there. That's the best protection we're possibly going to get. We'll wind up paying a higher tax for keeping it there, but
much higher.
Well, it's worth it. I don't know. That's up to Lou.
You said the what?
It's like
Magnemar shit. I read Magnemar.
Magnemar has its own bank, yeah.
No, I know it has its own bank.
This nigga brought out the Iron Bank of Magnemar right now.
It's ran by the Aborites.
The
Abracadabras?
The Abadites.
The Abadites.
Can Nasir talk to the other school about helping keep watch on it the other martial arts school, the other dojo that he met. It was Sutsu's brother with the
Not brother. I
that
think it
had
was it his
it was
uncle?
his brother
I think it was his uncle.
or uncle. It was his
Yeah,
uncle? Yeah.
it was an uncle. Yeah, you go
We
there,
left some people on the
and
clock tower too, didn't we?
yeah, that's still being worked on. It hasn't been.
Okay.
I think it was like 60, 70 something days. It'll be complete. So,
Okay.
um, plus yeah, plus the work there is can get a little rough trying to get the work done there because of the environment. But it's still being worked on. In fact, in fact, that's what I guess that's what two you do. You go to check on it, and things have been going. Things have been surprisingly going smooth. There was a few complications, but it got handled. Um, there was a couple of times the equipment off the site got stolen, and
Mm.
but it hasn't been a constant thing. It was like here and there, really. Nobody tried to sabotage it. Nobody tried to. Uh, and as you were inspecting site, Rakeem, you do find uh on the ground in a certain area of the site as you're inspecting it over. In a spot where you would notice, but most people wouldn't.
Oh God.
The mask of a white hound, as if to send you a sign that, hey, we've been making sure that what you're doing here is safe.
Mm. They've
That
been looking out for us, brother.
yeah, that group that I know it's been a long time. That group that worships
The ones that helped me when I was
yeah,
paralyzed.
the ones that helped you when you were
Yep.
paralyzed. Yeah. When you were you
I
were
was actually
paralyzed, and people were there were thugs that were coming like, oh, that's been breaking our shit, and they were like coming towards you, ready to fucking beat the shit out of you
yeah,
while you
no,
were paralyzed. All of a sudden, he couldn't really turn his head to see, but he just heard mad fighting going on, and they picked him up and they took him to safety. So
I remember. I was actually going to ask you if I could contact them for help, but if they're already looking after it, then
yeah,
that's
definitely
nice.
definitely your sign that they've been making sure that the construction hasn't been like sabotaged or fucked with too much.
I'm definitely gonna have to contact them at some point and figure out why they're trying to help me out and what they need or what they
I don't know.
want.
Well, did Rakeem ever bring it up to the group? Because I think somebody could roll a knowledge check on like who they are and who they worship,
Yeah,
and then
I told
he
them
would
all
get
that night.
an idea.
Well,
I think he should have an idea then.
I told them all that stuff that night.
Mm-hmm.
So
Waylon, it's just people would rather focus on chastising me about the breaking aspect.
so Waylon turns around to the group and he says
The Cathedral of
he rolls out like a leather wrap, and as he rolls it out, you see on the inside there's like pockets with vials lined up for potions in them, and he plugs out 4 of them, and he hands each of them. He hands one to Kadam, one to Nasir, one to Rakim, and then one to Shalelu, and he goes, those are mage armor oils. As for these, and he reaches into the pouch again and pulls out another 4 vials and then hands it to each of them again. He says, "As for this, I am not quite sure, but Quendamere requested that you each get a portion of heroics that would give you the ability to blind fight. He has something involved for it. I didn't bother asking him why. I just committed to the act. Here you go. Go and talk to him. Maybe he'll be able to explain more to you." And then he hands them each heroics potion with blind fight.
As always, much appreciated.
Thank you, brother.
And by the way, he looks over to Shillelagh and Caldum. I have recently created some more trick arrows for you. Go and take a look at the armory when you get a chance. That goes for the rest of you as well. I also left a description under each item so you know exactly what they do, as well as how to make them function within combat. Again, these things can save your life. I would like you to particularly pay attention to one of them that I recently created called Shiden. I'll leave it up to you, but when you get a chance, peruse it.
That shit is. I don't even. I knew you were gonna bring this up. I saw that. I was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, and which weed sticks that will go together with the little combo that they made
Which
where they
weed's?
put.
Yeah, which weed's pretty decent. The Sheddon?
Yeah, it put together with silence. If somebody put silence on someone and then they ran in there with a witchweed stick, I feel really bad for the caster they're going against. That caster
The
is like in serious
Sheddon
trouble.
one's wild. I think the only drawback with that is like it takes time to apply it. Is the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's prep time.
it's definitely like a prep time thing, and it doesn't last too long. I think it's like 2 minutes, but
Twitch tonic is nice. I read that. I was like, ooh, yo, they really put some spice on alchemical items in fucking Pathfinder, dude. I think a lot of people just slept on these items, but they're really, really good, man. They're really cool.
I think Sheddon wasn't even Pathfinder. That was from 3.5.
Yeah, that was in 3.5. That was super slept on. I saw that. I was like,
I
what?
saw that.
That's
I
so
was like,
cool.
this does what now? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I really feel like I'm like fucking Q from James Bond.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Well, they're coming in. They're looking through the
Come
I have a
on.
armory.
question about that.
They're looking at the poisons and the alchemicals. They're like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Oh well, this.
Got that new tech.
Make sure you put this in your
Don't
mouth
mix them
and then
up.
hold it in. Yeah, don't mix it.
Don't touch that.
Right? That's a bomb, you idiot!
It's
Like
on.
everything's a bomb. Yeah, everything's like dangerous, bro. I was gonna ask you a question about that. I know in Forgotten Realms there's like different levels to like how how like how much magic is in the world. So I guess when you're playing in a really, really low magic world, like alchemical items are like the as
Yeah.
magic as it
I
gets, I
think
would
I
suppose.
could definitely
Right?
play in a world that's like that and still have a lot of fun. If alchemical items
Oh
is the
yeah.
peak of magic, the way
Like The
alchemical,
Witcher or some
yeah,
shit.
that would be really cool.
Huh.
Super cool.
Yeah, oh yeah. They really went in with those fucking things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I slept on.
There's a lot of
Magic's just
variety,
too
man.
popular.
A lot of variety. I'm glad they made it that expensive. I could never get bored with it.
Hmm.
I'm like, where is this? There we go.
Now I'm kind of curious what Quentin Man got in mind. Because I did never ask him, like, why am I making this? He just put in the order.
I don't know why you didn't ask. I mean, that's what I wanted you to ask. I like that you just trust your brother, bro. There's just something godlike
Yeah,
about
out of
that.
character, I
Like, you
want
should
to
have just
know.
said do
But
it.
in
Oh, out of
character, he's
character?
just out of character. I want to know, but in character, Waylon was just—he's just a workhorse. He's
That's what I'm
busy. He's
saying. You could.
busy.
I told you out of character, so I find it funny if you never said, "Yo, why? Like, why do you make me do that?" um, I guess now you'll
Okay.
have to wait.
Yeah, I gotta wait now. Yeah.
So yeah, you're thinking of the Cathedral of Abadar. That's the center of banking and money lending for Magnamar.
Yeah.
The cathedral is the largest temple in Magnamar.
Mm-hmm.
A sprawling stone structure that
Abu Dhar.
also serves as the primary bank and money lender, not only for Magnamar but also for the entire region of Western Varia.
That's what I'm saying, Lou. I'm telling you, I know my lore, baby.
Dozens of
Bank
acolytes.
Versia? Ah, damn.
of
Going to the Iron Bank
Western
for real.
Varissia, yeah. Western Varissia. I'm pretty sure
Mm.
I'm gonna bet Corvos is Eastern.
Yeah,
Dozens of
Right.
got me
dozens,
Formosa.
yeah. Which is funny because the next AP is gonna be Corvos. That's gonna be the Corvos is gonna be the main.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna hate us because they know damn well they can smell the Magnemar on us. They're like, fucking Magnemar.
Is it the same? Is it the same time period?
It's a
Yeah.
year. What the next adventure path? Each adventure path takes place a year after like the one before it. So like the
So
next
technically,
adventure
we
path.
might run into our characters. You say?
I mean, if they happen to go to Magnamar, sure.
Damn, they're gonna be stunting on us, bro. That's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna hate it.
First
Or
of
if
all,
they
first
happen
of
to
all,
go
we're gonna have
to
statues, bro. There's gonna be statues of fucking red
if they
lotus,
Uh,
son. Like,
to get
if
stirred
who
on
are
by
these
your own
fucking?
character, Jesus.
um
That'll be godlike.
or if they or definitely if they happen to stop at Sandpoint.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, there's dozens of acolytes, priests, and paladins that serve here, all under the commanding yet fair leadership of Proctor Gyron Imikar, a Garundi cleric of Abadar. A man who in his younger days had the pleasure of serving the Ruby Prince of Osirian as an acolyte. Oh, he's from there? Damn. He still maintains periodic contact with Osirian's vaunted leader, but has today become his own man and a force to be considered in the hierarchy of the Church of Abadar. So the church sponsors many field agents in Varissia. They often send them out to join adventuring groups or mercenary bands, and by doing so, they manage to keep abreast rising threats and other important developments throughout the land under Magnemar's rule. So the church also helps to patrol the summit, and they work with the city guard to ensure that no region is unpatrolled or overwatched. Finally, while many believe Magnamar has only one jail, the cathedral maintains a second jail in the Osprey piling of the Irespan. Very few know about this prison, which primarily holds political prisoners and criminals whom the city and the church would rather have vanish entirely from the public eye. They got their own little impel down, pretty much.
It's pretty dope. But
um,
yeah, if we're gonna turn our money in anywhere, it should definitely be
I would
there.
say Waylon, yeah, can go there. He goes there to actually he's been going there, I should say. Ever since you guys were rolling in with trying to sell off equipment and get money together and get it all in one
Yeah.
place and have it stored. So he goes to handle that real,
I
as fast as he can before your characters will set off to
I
leave
I
Magnamar.
do I do have one other stop I need to make here, and I gotta go to Beacon's Point and visit the monument, the Battle of Chardra, Chadra.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's right. We're back in
Beacon's
Go,
the
Point,
city. We got these
and
yeah.
that's
monuments.
We're going together.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
an intimidate check on this thing, so
I'll be
Oh, to
back.
intimidate? Okay.
Beacon's Point.
if you want to
Oh no.
attempt it, go for
Nah,
it,
nah,
man.
nah, nah. Nah, you good, you good.
I believe I have to basically show off my prowess, my fighting prowess for like 10 minutes, doing like katas and shit, and then it's a DC 20 intimidate check.
So being interested in the monuments and hearing the stories from Waylon and Quindamir and other people within Magnamar, you learn about the monument known as the Battle of Charda. And Magnamar is no stranger to threats from the sea between the constant threat of piracy from Riddleport and raiders from the Linorm kingdoms. The city's defenses have had plenty of opportunities over the past century to test their mettle. And this large statue before you, Rakim, depicts the first and most famous of the nautical battles waged in the city's early days between Magnamar's navy and the pirates of Riddleport. And this battle was significant not only for the size of the invading force, but for the pirates' use of 5 captured and charmed monsters that they harvested from the Darklands. 4-armed beasts known as Chardas. Although only 4 feet tall, the Charters under Captain Giovanna Winterkiss Grin's enchantment were a significant force, And had Antholus Quadran not given his life during that battle in a desperate attempt to break the charms controlling the monsters, and thus turned them back on the captain in a fury of ruinous revenge, the bile-spewing monsters would have helped Riddleport sack the city. Today, the monument exaggerates the actual size of the Chartadas, depicting them as 30-foot tall behemoths. Rumors that these monstrous giants are actually petrified monsters persist to this day. And what you can do is practice your weapon play, your katas and martial arts, pretty much for the 10 minutes before this monument, and you make a successful DC 20 Intimidate check to gain a +1 morale bonus on all attack rolls with your melee weapons for 24 hours. This bonus will go up by +1 for every 10 points by which you exceed the initial check.
Ooh, so if I could get a 30, ooh, all right. So I wasn't gonna do it, but maybe I should pop a Gravelly Tonic. I think I got like 5 of them. But they're pretty cheap to make, right?
Yeah, very cheap for Wayland to make. They're not that much
All
of a
right, yeah.
problem
So I'll
at
drink one of
all.
those.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm doing my katas, and I'm screaming. That would put
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Prayers to Aurora.
So that would put me now at a +22. Let's do it. Oh, where is it? You muted.
Thanks. I was talking to myself for a minute. Did you tell the rest of the group that you were going to do this?
I don't know. It was kind of just a general thing. I don't think he would have hit it. He definitely, if he's running off, he definitely would have told y'all. So
Only because I feel like Quinn would have gave you a little boon of his own in your venture, a little insight of divine fortune. You know what I mean? Insight of good fortune. Basically, you hear a D20 roll in the back of your mind, and you could use it whenever you want to reroll some. Actually, hold up. Is that true? Yeah, it's true.
that's the thing.
It's a thing.
So I just roll another D20.
Probably give it to Nasir also if he's gonna do some prayers or some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Says
go to a
best of
monument as
luck in
well.
your prayers. We are going to need Sandpoint is going to need every bit it can get. Good fortune.
As for what the Chartadas look like, so these 30-foot tall statues of Chartas looks like that creature.
Oh crap!
They're like petrified though.
Yeah, they're 30-foot tall statues of
Yeah.
these, which stories and legends say that they actually are that size and they're just petrified, but typically they're really only 4 feet
Right.
tall. They're 4 feet. They're like dwarf size, but they got exaggerated to fucking 30-foot tall.
So the people that fought him were like, "There I was, face to face with the 30-foot Chandra."
Right.
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
But
All right, so I can roll another
yeah.
D20. That
Actually-
replaces the roll.
actually,
although damn, despite their small size, they are tough little fuckers.
Yeah. Can't give you that.
Well then, I guess you got a total of is the two of you? Is it both of them or just Rakeem?
He would have to re-roll it.
It's just
Okay.
Rakeem. Because what is it? A +1
Both of them,
to
if they're
intimidate
both
and
doing prayers.
an attack on morale.
Yeah, this particular statue. I just sent you the rest of them.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it now.
So
Um,
if you want to pick one, this one's an intimidator.
it gives you +1 attack too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to intimidate a D20 dog unless I do something incredible right now.
Nat 20 or bust, right?
Yeah, right.
So
all
you can
right. So
reroll it, right, Luke?
I could re-roll this.
I mean, yeah, that's what occurred. Like if Rakeem said, "I'm going here," and Quindamir heard that, then
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't have hit it, you know.
yeah.
So
I'm gonna
well,
let him
yeah,
know
I was
according
gonna
to
say I'm
the
pretty sure the group is wanting to make sure to keep tabs with each other,
right.
yeah.
considering you know
All
where
right, I'll
they
try it
gotta
again.
considering where they gotta go, and considering that they might have enemies here on top of that. So, well, they do have enemies,
Right.
but
Right.
So Rakeem is doing his thing in front of this thing, and he starts to falter a little bit
oh,
because
+4
he's thinking about
bonus.
what transpired. And he's thinking about what transpired with Barl, feeling a little upset, and then I don't know what it is. Some sort of weird divine presence of luck, just
Right.
just sort of mentally slaps him like, "Yo, you're fucking Rakeem. You could do this," and then straightens up.
Squeezes out a little bit more
Yeah, just
intimidation,
a little extra.
a little more hockey, a little bit more.
So
Good shit.
at
Good shit. There you go.
so during your
We like that.
practice, you there comes a point where like your reality seems to shift, and if even though you weren't there, it feels as if the legend of this battle is present all around you, and you can even hear
Hmm.
the monstrous sounds of the charters attacking. You can hear
Oh shit.
the arrows shooting and the clanging of swords of the pirates against the soldiers and sailors of Magnamar's navy. Um, you can hear the shouts and commands and the cries of just all the sounds of battle, and takes you back to when you were just a wee hobgoblin back at home.
Oh
Mhm.
no!
But this felt different to you. This, unlike the pressing militaristic, oppressing nature of your home, this feeling was quite the opposite. This felt valorous. It felt purposeful. It felt even honorable, because this was a battle for Magnamar to retain its sovereignty and its independence and its right to be an influential and burgeoning city that one could make a home and work in and uh,
Hmm.
go for their dreams and ambitions against cutthroat pirates looking to just take advantage of their resources and just pillage and rob everything. Um, so at the end of this, you find yourself back, like instantly back as soon as you complete your 10-minute practice. You're back in Bangalore. You're looking around, and you've got some onlookers, right? They're just a lot of them are like in awe
Mm.
at your display. Some of them even applaud. Um, but
So there's probably a
you're
moment there.
filled with that boost of you feel like completely inspired and boosted and full of morale from that experience. So yeah, big juicy +4 bonus to you.
That's dope. So so there's definitely a moment there, like where he's kind of lost in it. So his eyes are closed, and and you said that he sees all that and that valorous thing, and it's so much different than what he went through, and so he's almost when he's coming out of it, he's sort of talking to himself, and his eyes are closed, and he's like, it doesn't have to be that way. I don't have to be that way. And then he's remembering Barl again, and he's like, that is not me. And he like screams it out, but then like he looks around and everybody's like, there's people clapping and shit. It's kind of like a little embarrassed, you know, like oh shit, like gives people an awkward bow, you know.
Yeah. And you made them freeze first. You made them freeze for some moments because that was the high and forceful intimidate. Just they heard that voice, the gravelly tonic on top of all that. But they after that initial shock, they realized, oh, that was his display of that was his inner strength being released, and so much force behind that. They were it was as if they were both frightened but in awe at the same time. So
Isn't that what a key eye shot is?
yeah,
That's what?
in a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
The key eye shouts of
Yeah.
of the
All right,
samurai.
hopefully we get to fight something now.
I'm all
If we
with
don't
that.
fight something while I have this, you and me are having words, Lou. I'm telling you that.
Oh shit! So the day passes, and nothing happens.
We're fighting something right now.
It's only for 24 hours. I mean, you can teleport to Sandpoint
I
right
know.
now.
We teleport to Sandpoint. We're there right now. There's a dragon. I'm gonna
So
punch
you
it in
did
the
it. So
face.
you did it the night before we left. Then, yeah.
Yeah, right before we left.
It takes what's this 50 feet speed a day and 2 hours. Where's my thing? I actually posted
Carry
it
the
here.
one.
Is it nope, that's not it. It was the caravan routes. Right at the bottom.
Oh, that's right. There's like
Magnamar to Magnamar to
a
you just
day.
said
I can't.
Sandpoint
I'm
to
not gonna say shit.
Magnamar. Travel time of 50 feet because I'm assuming Waylon picks up the horses
That's
and
okay.
the wagon this time. On top of that,
Damn.
a day and 3 hours.
Couldn't America and create some horses?
No, Waylon's. I mean, you guys would take your
We just take the we just
horses
take
out
the
the
bunyip.
stables, yeah, in the wagon. Now you guys got
Bunyip?
The bunyip.
Yeah.
the golden bunyip. That's what he named it.
Massive
Golden
budget.
bunyip.
He
Yeah.
said, of course. I'm fucking mad
Oh, I'm
confused.
picturing riding that giant bunyip through the sea, like.
Right.
I thought we were gonna ride the bunyip on land. I'm just like, what is happening, bro?
Like that
Oh
never-ending,
my god!
never-ending story kid on Falcor, you know.
Yeah.
Look through the water and the bunyip's like, got, he,
I'm not
he-
supposed to be here.
Maybe I can re-engineer the
Reverse engineer.
re-engineer the wagon to be a submersible.
So I ain't even gonna get
That's
to use
godlike.
it, but it's a good character growth.
start
Anyway. I
riding
like
this
it.
shit like
This is a good moment.
see Ricky on top of
I'll
that
accept
I
shit.
it.
tried.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. That bunyip looks scary, yo.
But no, yeah, Waylon's you're able
No,
to
we
you
can
know
take that thing
you're able to get the golden bunyip back in the because you got like a big plaque for it on the side and everything. He got it like he paid for like a
Mhm.
golden plaque. Well, not made of real gold. Somebody will swipe that shit, but gold plated. uh,
Somebody would swipe it. They dare.
you never know.
Sound like some side quest XP.
Gold plated
That,
like
that shit ain't happening for free. What?
like a emblem on the side of the fucking on both sides of the wagons. It's the golden bunyip. Well, that doesn't even need a name. It just looks like a bunyip and it's gold. So, um, and the six was it the four? It was four of the heavy the heavy horses. They have 50 feet speed, and since there's four of them, I mean, it can easily carry the wagon with the stuff that you guys need, such as the alchemical armory and the poisons and all that, and then and then everybody but the monks. The monks can 60 feet speed, so they can go right alongside the wagon, be up
They're
ahead.
running as fast as the
Yeah,
horses.
yeah,
Mhm.
even
Take it to
faster.
training.
They
Yeah.
Yeah,
We-
we're in
yeah.
front of you guys, like running backwards. train.
Right. You see Nasir actually darting through the trees, moving.
Yeah,
Right.
it's better than going our lowest speed, which would be 30
Right.
feet.
You're actually scouting ahead of y'all.
All right, cool.
But before that, we go to a flashback. We go to a flashback to when your characters were last here and you stayed at Foxglove Manor. Foxglove Manor became your
Hmm.
a place where you squatted at, and became your squatter's home, and
Right.
Squatters'
Right.
rights.
and you
Not our
used it.
privacy.
You used
We
it
had
as
every right to live there. We were there first.
Right.
you used it as a. If you stay there long enough, they don't come back for it. It's gonna
Hmm.
be yours. But you use it as a point for like to rest, to regroup while you're in Magnamar. And during your characters like outings to get things prepared or to set up things going on in Magnamar for your characters. Quindamir had made a stop here. He's long thought about this on and off, and he's decided to go and take the opportunity as he goes. And it's not even that far from where Foxglove Manor is at. It's in the same district. As he makes a stop at Hydemark Manor, the very most recent lodge, the Pathfinder Society that's opened up, and the only lodge of the Pathfinder Society here in all of Western Varissia.
Mm.
Or even Western Avestan. Oh, even the western part of the continent of Avestan. Um,
Damn. How convenient.
from everything that you know about the
Right.
Pathfinder Society, it just seems to be more and more of a match of where you want to go for your character's future. And so as you come to the gate with no appointment, you are met by the guard. You are met by the guard at the
Your voice
gate.
cut out
Oh, cut out. Hello?
twice, 3 times. Oh, the guard. Okay.
Oh, okay. You are met at the gatehouse of Hydemark Manor by a guardsman, a male half-elf warrior who stands there and he greets you as you approach. Like, welcome to Hydemark Manor. Are you here for sightseeing or for business? I am Erbrillis. I am the guard of the gatehouse. Or do you have an appointment with one of the Hydemarks?
Take a look at this tough guy. Quiet. Where are your manners?
So this is a
Mr. Avilis, did you say?
yeah.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Quindamir G.
Was that in a tattoo?
I am actually a resident of Magnema. Perhaps you have heard of the Deep Vale. Were
Was
you
that in a
hushing me? Because I'll shut the fuck up.
No, I wasn't trying to hush. I was just like holding my hand up to like
Oh,
I'm like hold on. It's like was that in the tattoo?
okay, yeah. Nintendo is the one who said, "Look at this tough guy."
Yeah, that's what I got.
No, I know.
Mhm.
This is a flashback. Ochanga was here.
Damn.
Oh, it was that long ago? It was that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fox Club
Rest in
was
peace.
Ochanga. Yeah, I
Hey,
suppose.
rest in peace,
'Cause,
Ochanga.
yeah, Ochanga died on the way to. Damn, yeah, you're right. That's fair. That's fair. Okay,
Gotta
so
drink to that
damn,
one.
Every step I take.
Damn, you gotta go back in time, man.
Damn,
Tell
Ochanga?
your
Damn,
feels.
Ochanga. All right. So
Gotta let the memory live a little. Come on.
I love how you remember the details, bro. I didn't know exactly what part of the thing. I was just like, okay, where am I? Where am I? Okay, the
Yeah,
tattoo.
yeah.
Okay. No, Changa. Okay, so Changa.
Oh, these nights
Changa
alone.
says,
That nigga's in jail now. Crazy.
Changa comes, so we approach the, yeah, Changa's not gonna say shit. Changa's
Okay. So then
not like
Kingman
him.
says what he.
So Kandemir says what he says. Perhaps you have heard of the Deep Veils. Um, the Deep Veil. What's the name of this shop?
I don't think I named it.
Yeah, I don't think we named it, right? Okay. Well then, perhaps you have heard of the exploits of the Red Lotus Society. That is the current party that I am a part of. Currently, uh, our uh, our personal quest has led us back to my hometown. And I have heard that I am quite fortunate. The only Pathfinder Society uh um uh
Oh,
district
I remember what it
in
was.
this.
It was
What was it?
deep pockets.
Is it Deep
Yeah.
Pockets? Like
Yeah,
Deep Pockets? Okay, okay. Deep Pockets, what do you call it? Industries? Or just Deep Pockets Shop?
it was just deep pocket shop.
Just Deep Pockets Shop.
Hmm.
If that does not ring a bell, and then he says what he says about the Red Lotus Society. Um, he says, the only Pathfinder lodge in the region, in my very hometown. I would like to see the venture captain here. I believe there is not one but two, if my memory serves correct. Perhaps you might allow me to allow me an audience with Lady Hydemark
Ah,
March.
yes. You are in luck, for Lady Hyde March happens to be present on the manor ground. Please, allow me to escort you to the carp ponds, where you can take a breather and relax while I go and send a message her way that you wish to meet with her. And so he escorts you through the gatehouse, and he takes you through this estate. I mean, this is a big estate. Freaking, you could make out.
Mm, it's big as fuck.
Yeah, you can make out that the grounds have it's got its own gatehouse. It's got the wall surrounding the whole estate. Uh, you can see a building to your right in the distance that is that clearly appears to be the manor house of the Hyde March family.
Mm,
And but straight ahead where he's taking you, he leads you to the carp ponds in the in this part of the estate. There rests a huge man-made ponds filled with vibrant, multi-hued carp. And in the center of the larger
mm,
pond is a pair of arched wooden bridges that connect to a whitewashed gazebo that sits on a small rock island. Um, there's a rowboat tied to the nearby dock that bobs gently, and along the eastern bank you can see a small open-air tower that overlooks both ponds. And so he leads you to the edge of one of the of one of the many carp ponds where you can see the carp swimming about. And
mm.
he goes, "All right, I will have a message sent to her. She will come to meet with you soon. Enjoy the scenery." Um, to the
Thank
other
you kindly.
to the other side, to
Oh,
the left, you can see what appears to be like the entrance to like a topiary, like And you can also make out a set of buildings separated from each other, but you can make out about 3 buildings. And then another one that's on the other side of one of the huge ponds. They look to be like separate houses. And from what you can recall is that those houses are sometimes homes to like very prestigious Pathfinder members, who will lodge there when they while they have business in here in these parts of Varisia. As for who's residing there now, he doesn't have any idea. But that's what those are for. And then on the other side of the estate, he can see another large building, just as large as the manor house. But whereas the manor house is where Lord and Lady Hydemarch would have their own private home, the building on the other side is clearly the meeting house for all members of the Pathfinder society that come to visit. And so your
That's where the
character.
freak offs happen.
That's the freak off.
Right, all over the all over the scrolls and books.
They all put chest grease in there.
Grease.
Those scroll tubes are lubed up.
That's a requirement. You don't know how to cast grease, you can't come in here.
Yeah.
That's nasty, bro. How did that happen, bro? How did we get here?
This is where Quindamere. That's where Quindamere has his scrolling coke parties. That's what's going on.
God, you gotta join this society, man. This place is awesome. It's a wrap, bro.
Oh man.
Oh no. That's not the fucking side quest I thought I'd be doing today. Shit.
So gracefully coming across from down the pathway out of the topiary gardens. You see before you come in your direction, Lady Sheila Hydemark.
Quindamere would rise once she approaches and proceed
look
to
dope.
bow.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah, she look kind of godlike, right?
Potion
the potions, it's the potions that make her.
The way the
Oh, okay, my fault.
Okay.
So yeah, he rises and then he bows. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say from what he knows about her, she's a decently accomplished sorcerer. At this time of when he met her, at this time of when he met her, as accomplished as Icarus. But when he sees her again, he's gonna. Icarus is definitely better than her at this moment now, but
okay.
But she's a
Wasn't expecting a sorceress.
She's a decently accomplished sorceress, and now she doesn't really go out there like adventuring.
That was mad aggressive.
She doesn't really go out there adventuring a ton. She's got an estate to care for. She resides here in Magnamar, which is where her life is at, and she's a venture captain, a highly prestigious member of the Pathfinder Society. So who her and her husband run this whole lodge for the society in this region, the only one. So they've got a lot on their plate. So they're not running around out there risking their lives trying to get themselves killed. So
right.
So she owns an estate. It'd be crazy if she just so happened to disappear. It's crazy. Rakeem,
let's so mad. Right now. So Quinn stands up and bows when she enters his space, and he goes, He says, good, I guess it's morning, right? So he say, good morning to you, Lady Hydematch. It is my utmost pleasure you taking audience with someone of myself who is not affiliated with your establishments just yet. That is Twindamere Deepvale. Uh, you might have heard of me, no? I was one of the upstarts in the local House of the Son of the Seers uh, divination and abjuration school for specialist wizards. You must know the headmaster at least.
Ah,
Headmaster Niblandis.
quite impressive. Not many graduate from there, and not as quickly as you have, Mr. Deepvale. Yes, I have heard of you.
Please call me Queen Damir. I am not so keen on adopting my father's humble last name so formally. It's it brings me great pride. Do not misunderstand, but I would like to, if I dare, I would like to uh, to uh, to uh, to have a more whoa. If I would say it would be so bold, have a more informal relationship with yourself and the Pathfinder Society. I come on business, but I do not want it to be all business. Allow me to elaborate, and then we'll give you like the spiel. We're gonna like just speed through that. Don't want to hog up too much time. We give you the spiel about basically where he came from, what he's done so far, where he's headed, and why he thinks the Pathfinder Society is like the greatest. He's gonna basically give them the pitch.
She listens to him and very intently. She's like, I'm very impressed with your experience so far and the knowledge that you have collected, and considering your upbringing, how far you have come, and that and that you are part of a quite a now somewhat famous adventuring group here in the city, after all, having taken down not very recently a Lemire matriarch, as well as that was planning to assassinate the mayor, who was quite making sure to shower you with his good graces. That's it's both a good and a bad thing to have. It depends on how deep you decide to get into the politics. But he leans in. She's like, I would definitely take advantage of
You do got a politician that's working. That's in the
it.
It,
works.
And she
it is funny
goes,
that you would say something like that. Politics is not something I feel my abilities would be uh, best being occupied with. In fact, I share more of a kinship to yourself. If I remember correctly, haven't you done enough, or haven't you compiled quite a vast uh, haven't you compiled hasn't your isn't your background with the Pathfinder Society involving Thessalonian uh, historical the historical ruins with the Thessalonian.
of course. And from what you have had so eloquently and informed me, it seems you
Hmm.
have great and deep interest in it as well. And you've uncovered quite a few interesting things. And I know one such as yourself would only be here at this lodge if they would only be here at this lodge with the full intent of becoming a member. So it comes with great benefits, but of course, it is not given freely. You have provided quite some interesting sites and information. So let me tell you this. We have recently opened up. And well, if we were to train new agents fresh, it takes quite a few years, and a lot of them crack under the pressure. They don't make it back from out in the field, or they do, and it's too much for them. So going that route is sketchy for Pathfinder Society. We still do it, but our preference are adventurers like yourself. You already have the experience, so you have a much easier method of getting your foot through the door, so to speak. And the way to do that is you continue your journeys. And you come back here with more Thessalonian artifacts, lore, knowledge. And if you can impress me with what you find in the near future, or as however long it takes, I can guarantee you will definitely have a place here. Or we are looking for recruits, being relatively new. And I can see that you were I can see that you were a prime candidate. And should any of your other party members feel the same about maybe enjoying the fruits of becoming a Pathfinder, you can pass along this message to them as well if they are your permanent companions, which I have a feeling that they are. So
I
feel
will
free.
absolutely do that. We actually plan on doing a little bit more investigating on orders from the Lord Mayor. Where that will did that happen yet, or am I
No,
talking
not
ahead?
yet. I would say this happened like right after the Zanisha thing, and you guys went to the mayor. Like it was right after. It was like before you left to go back to Sandpoint.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, not yeah, that didn't
All right.
happen
So
yet.
they'll just take
So
her. He'll take her instruction, and
yeah, she goes,
he'll just come back to her with
pleasure
what
to
happened. After
meet
that.
you, and may Desna's fortune smile upon you.
To you as
so
well, Lady Heidman. Thank you very much for this audience. I will not let you down.
And so we zip to the present, where you
Oh.
are back, at the manor, and
Right. And that's how it was, man. Back then it was crazy.
you're back at the manor, and this time it's like it's like you're leaving the manor, and the image fades, and it's you standing back in front of the gatehouse again. Only like the bird goes from blue to red. Uh, uh,
Damn.
the time has
Shit
passed.
happened, bro.
And
Time
the
changes,
bird,
dog.
the bird
Remind
goes
me.
from
Where's my
your familiar
whiskey, bro?
goes from bird from blue to
Life is hard, bro.
your familiar goes from blue to red, but you see like more, you see a different set of outfit and more gear and more magic and spellbooks, and like you see a more like it went from like
Yeah.
an experienced adventurer to like I am a
The
wizard
bird goes from
now.
blue to
Like
red. Quindamir strokes his beard.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
I am
yes.
back.
It's been like 4 months in game. That's the crazy part. 4 months from
this
4 months from
was
the
last
adventure is
week.
crazy, bro.
Yes.
Hey, don't
Damn,
laugh.
yo.
Don't laugh, because 4 months ago, the me now could beat the shit out of the me 4 months ago. I'll tell you that
Oh
right
yeah. Facts. Right. That's what I was saying. Like 4 weeks.
And
I
also,
beat the
Well, it's
dog
like
shit
time for an adventure is
about
like
a month
warped.
ago.
I could grow a pretty goddamn luxurious beard in 4 months. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. Seriously.
Right.
True.
I'll
And
sleep off 4
That's
months. I'm
true.
talking about 4
What was
months
how
of
old was
like
Quinn?
in like
2023?
adventure
Oh no, I
life
think
though.
he's 20.
Adventure life is different 4 months than like our common life we got right now, bro. Like, nah.
Right, right.
Their days
Yeah,
are
before we
long
left,
and hard.
Magnamar, before
Pause.
we definitely paused.
They wake up fucking before the
2013.
sun at sunrise. They're up and they're trooping, climbing mountains, fighting shit, and then they finally go to sleep at night just to wake up and do it again the next day. 4 months
Yeah.
straight of that, a fight for your life.
Mhm.
Fuck out of
Yeah.
here! You be beefy, nigga.
Yeah, man.
You come back totally different, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't sleep on that.
yeah.
but you same thing. The guard goes to get her. The time she meets you from coming out of the actually no, she tells you to come to the meeting house as opposed to meeting you at the carp ponds this time, and she takes one look at you and she's like, you look as if you carry very valuable lore and knowledge to share. Well, let's see what you got. And so she brings you into the meeting house. And
Mm,
you pretty much give her all the stuff, from Skull Gorge
That's it.
Dam to
Lay that shit out. Talking about
Skull
this
Gorge
shit.
Dam to
Talking
the
about this shit. John's looking, talking about, got the map in front of us of the region showing how we moved back down to yonder. Like, he's just like,
right,
and then he tells her how,
learning
time is
about
of the essence at the near end of that
Hey, can you
conversation. You know
use
what I
a
mean?
Can you use a predigitation to like pull up a little like a visual, like a little reenactment of like
I think he can do that
now
too. I think
see
he
now
can.
with
That's
a
within the
cantrip.
means of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not with a
Oh, you don't think
cantrip,
so?
but
No,
probably
too much.
probably with more high like a first like
Okay.
maybe a first second level illusion.
first level
Maybe major image or something. Can you change the image after you cast it? Maybe. I don't know. I gotta check.
major
Oh, what
image?
with the image?
Use
I
the
don't
image
I think
think. I
spells,
so.
think you can
but
move it. Oh, really? Okay, maybe.
I
I
think
think
once
with
you
major
cast,
image you
yeah.
could change
I
it.
think right. It has to be like a little bit higher, like programmed or some shit.
Yeah. I gotta look. But like if you're trying to develop a spell where you can change the images around, I would make it I gotta see the image spells, and just obviously it would just be one level higher than the
Mm.
one where you can't change the image. So I think there is a spell that like that. Pretty sure there's a spell that like is like major image, which you can change the image around. Like instead of it being a walking dragon, you can change it into a tree or whatever.
Right.
That would be
You
great
know
for
what,
like
Will? Since I know this is
that would
gonna
be great for the visuals of like if you were to like show visuals of like everything that you've although
Because
prestige
I was
gotcha.
about to
doesn't.
All
say,
right.
but like merit with like those image spells, usually you get an image of one thing. But would they be able to render an entire like landscape and like multiple things in that landscape moving? Like, would it be that complex?
It says
I know what you're saying.
Right.
functions like
And then
silent
You
also
gotta
image.
look
typically
at it though.
those image spells are
Functions
made
like
to try and
silent
convince you that they're
silent image.
real. Whereas if you had just like an image inducer, it's not really like so perfectly rendered that you're trying to convince the person that it's real. So you could kind of sacrifice trying to like focus
Believability just
on
for it.
that. Yeah, to kind of just do things like just render what you're imagining.
There's a spell like that called Shifting Sands. I know that's second level that does something similar. Where basically, if you like, you know how those war rooms have like a sand thing and they like move around miniatures to show shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something like that, but it uses
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking at silent image, which is the first level one. You create a visual illusion of an object, creature, or force as visualized by you. So it's making it, and you move the image. It sounds like you cast it, you make the image, and that's the image you're stuck with until you cast another one or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that doesn't do
It's
it.
not
But I remember seeing a
it's not
spell
sound.
that was
But it's okay.
similar. I remember seeing a spell that was similar to the image spell, and you can change the. I don't remember what it was called. I might be bugging and thinking I might seen it, but I could have swore there was one.
Now I don't think you're bugging.
I think
I've
also
seen it
someone
too.
will have to make it up. Someone will have to make
Yeah,
that spell up.
I'm sure. Yeah,
It'd probably be
I'm
like
sure
I would
there
call
is
it something
one.
like War Room, maybe. War
I'm
Room.
sure there is
If
one.
Quindamir found that mind link spell, Lewis, then he would use that
As a
to just
template.
pretty much shoot. No. Mind link basically just lets them do what, like, I think in Star Trek, I think it was Fox people where they just touch people's head and they just give them like a whole bunch of information.
Mm.
Mind link. Yeah, he has it.
It's
Yeah,
basically that.
yeah. I see the spell right here.
Yeah. Then he would
Yeah.
just, because I feel like that spell is mad dope, bro. Like, be like, God, what's going on? It's like, oh, there was like, oh, it's too much. I'll tell you later. Like, now it's gonna be like, touch your head real quick. Boom. Be like, oh, that's what's going on. So, and it would just be in sync with your party. Like, no, like, someone's running
Yeah.
around blindly. Like, I'm sure there's other instances where it's used, but that would be something I think would,
You are.
it
Yeah.
was
Oh
divination.
yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can. You can. Well. Yeah. You touch.
It's a lot
It's
less
a. I
flashy
see
than
it.
making an entire like
Oh
little visual
wow.
movie
Yeah.
for
I see
people.
it. I see
Little
it.
movie.
You link your mind to that of a touched creature to swiftly communicate a large amount of complex information in an instant. You decide what the target learns, limited to any amount of information that otherwise could be communicated within in 10 minutes. This information comes in a series
Mm.
of visual images and emotional sensations and isn't language dependent. That's the one. But it's in the
Pretty much
mind
put her right in
instead of
the
like a
fucking
visual
Yeah.
in
thing.
the
Right.
front row
It's just
seat.
not visual, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. It
It's
gives
just
you
it's in the
everything that
head.
visuals would have you.
So she
Mm.
allows, of course, you politely ask her like, I
Do you mind
yeah,
if I
has implant this, yeah,
show
in your
you?
mind, yeah.
Right.
She
All right. It's a lot of information.
she goes, with a mind link spell, I see. Impressive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she should be able to
Visual.
identify it,
That
right?
will yeah. That will save much on time.
He's trying to kill me, guys.
Right. That's not mind link, that's
Yeah.
mind probe.
Right.
So yeah, you're able to relay like all that in her mind, and she's like fascinating as soon as she's like done, and she's like, well, you can follow up on these leads, and I will talk with. Man, what's her husband's name? Are they husbands or siblings? I think they're husband and wife.
Cannabis Canavin.
Sir Carnarvon Hyde March and Sheila Hyde March. I think they're married. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she goes, I will be sure to inform Sir Carnarvon of our desire to sponsor you as a field agent for the Pathfinder Society. In the meantime, yes, you can make use of the libraries here in the meeting house. I had
Mm.
great expectation of your potential. Hence why I had brought you here to the meeting house, for I had a feeling that you would bring me something of great interest and that which to add to our extensive libraries here at the lodge. And she
Quindemer's
goes,
eyes widen when he says
she
that.
goes, do please make use of the material here to enhance your your pr- um your your abilities to continue your ventures. See to it that you find out what it could be that this Makamurian might be planning to raid Sandpoint over. It, these connections to the Thessalonian legacy and to the Sahedron rune. There's something I have great feeling as you do probably as well that something really big is going on, and it's best for all of Vericia to know about this in case, while it clearly appears to be something dangerous, and we need to get knowledge of it as much as we can, and of course put a stop to it.
Your voice is going in and out at the end.
Oh, she says we need to acquire as much knowledge of this as well as put a stop to it, to the dangers that could come from it.
Absolutely. Uh, I know you are very busy. First, let me shake your hand. Thank you very much for the uh, recommendation. He like shakes her hand pretty like profusely, and then
She shakes. She goes, "I look
and
forward
Tetsu's like
to." She goes, "I look forward
Tetsu's
to."
like
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
calm
dude.
down. She only said that she'll calm down. She only said that she'll like sponsor you, not, or should I say that she would she'll talk to the higher ups. You're not actually in yet. And he's like just let me have these moments. This means the world to me. And he's like continuing to shake her hand, and he goes, then he composed himself and he says, with that, I know that you are very busy, and I will absolutely continue with my investigations. It's just that I know that you have a background already. I will definitely make use of your libraries upon return to Magnima. Sandpoint is calling me and my allies. So perhaps you might do me a small favor. Would you possibly be able to cross-reference the information I was able to give you with what you might already have in your possession, knowledge, and perhaps maybe you'll find a way to, I don't know, help me along with these connections.
But of course,
If time allows.
but of course, so that is part of what we do here, at Pathfinder Society. I do look forward to meeting you and the rest of the Red Lotus, and I do look greatly forward to future partnerships.
That sounds just splendid. And I know that when my submission to the Pathfinder Chronicles, I do not mind sharing a small spot underneath your name for the submission.
Ah, the dream of the Pathfinder Chronicles is very good to aspire to that. I do hope to see that come as well. I do believe it will. And so,
With that, he says, he bows deeply and he says, until next time, then, Lady Heidemark. Then he excuses himself.
uh, and so that'll lead you to your 11th level being the Pathfinder Savant. So,
Mm, can't wait. Can't wait.
Was it a prestige class?
yep.
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 Get it. Get it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Try, baby. Try.
He showed it to me, and I was
Try.
like, "This is a pretty damn good." I could see this with Quindamere. This is a pretty good procedure.
Nice.
It's so like Rise of the Runelords that if I don't do it now, I'll never do it again. I literally don't know how I'll ever pick this class
Right.
again. So like,
Plus,
so
you
it's
get
sort
the
of
plus.
like I got
Plus,
to do it.
plus, he's gonna you'll officially be the first one to uh join and be and have a prestige class named after the whole game itself.
From the society.
The
Yeah,
game
yeah,
itself.
yeah. I don't know what
Now,
that's like, but it seems godlike.
Yeah,
So
I mean the game. Yeah, game's named after the society.
now
mm.
the only other thing, right? Wasn't the whole reason we went to Turtleback anyway was because the mayor sent us over there? So shouldn't like somebody talk to him and let him know what happened and possibly get help for Sandpoint like before we
Oh yeah,
somebody
yeah.
charismatic.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Somebody's got some charisma. Because you know Rakeem ain't gonna go in there and be like, go to Sandpoint, we need help.
Right.
Go to
Can't keep it on
Turtleback. You
bug.
need help.
Shit happened in Fort Rannoch. Go to Sandpoint. No.
Right.
Oh, so I'm going there.
Right.
I'm with you.
Right. No, I agree. Our more charismatic needs to get on that.
So
I'll go with you.
somebody who could do some diplomacy needs to talk to this mayor, man.
Yeah.
I know somebody.
Starts with
Icarus.
an I and starts with an I and with a chorus.
Right.
I will.
Yeah, we got mad shit we gotta do in Magnum.
Oh shit.
I have him as part of a contact. Actually,
So does Waylon.
Nice.
Probably you can't kick his door down.
And Waylon, yeah.
I demand to speak
I
to
remember
you.
I remember him talking about being a contact as well. So Rakeem would
Yeah,
definitely
I remember
recommend
that.
to the two of y'all, like,
yeah. So
talk to your man.
Icarus will go attempt to
Get your man.
Icarus will go and attempt to have a meeting with the mayor.
Though she would have to go up to the Alabasta district. Alright, get to his who is it? State. Or to the
Welcome to my sex room.
And all of my
I didn't know you had headphones, bro.
and all of my Phoenix elegance.
Say that shit, man. Far away.
Where's this at? The Pediment
My
Building.
wings still
Near
out.
Usher's Hall stands the impassive where would you go to get a meeting place of the Council
And you know what?
of Ushers?
If you felt it appropriate, Tony, because you kept mentioning the good cop, bad cop
Capital
stuff.
the Capital District.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you would like Rakeem to come along as just, the intimidating present bodyguard, he'll tag along.
She does. She chuckles and she goes, "Well, maybe not this time, but
Really?
I have a feeling we want him to come to this conclusion that he wants to help us, not with a what do I want to say? A fearful mindset."
Understood.
All right.
Oh, Matt, you back?
Yeah.
So
Icarus proposed going to. I'm sorry, not Icarus. Well, yeah, she volunteered to go talk to the Lord Mayor. I don't know if you want to be there for that.
Yeah, I have Lord Mayor as a contact. Nigga Grobus.
Yeah,
Hey, it'd be perfect. Both of us do.
Let him know what happened. Maybe get some help.
Yeah.
Squeeze them for a couple of GP. I don't know.
That's another argument. That's another talk for.
Tell them you need a reward. I don't know. We kind of need resources. We're gonna save Sandpoint. Kind of his fault.
We need money to
I think
rebuild
Rakeem needs to go
Sandpoint.
now.
So I guess consider you trying to go straight to like his home?
Lord Mayor, what the fuck?
You going straight to like his home?
Aggressively.
Well, I mean,
His
I guess
personal
if
quarters.
he's not, I don't want to go straight to his home if he's not there. That feels kind of rude. Like we kind of want to have it like a formal meeting.
It is important.
It's an emergency.
Nah, I would go straight to his home.
Adler. I mean,
Waylon's
Waylon.
like, fuck this. That's true. Yeah, see, Icarus is
I think he's chaotic too. That's
Icarus
that
lawful
chaotic
neutral. She's
nature.
trying to
Good, yeah.
Yeah, Icarus
Yeah,
trying to
fuck
follow protocol, and Waylon's like, no.
Oh, Icarus is chaotic too.
No, she's
Yeah.
lawful. She's lawful neutral.
Yeah, I mean Icarus is trying to follow the rules and all that, but like Waylon is like
alignment change. What the hell you doing, Icarus?
I've always been lawful neutral. What are you talking about?
She's lawful neutral.
You're lawful neutral?
Yes,
yeah.
That's
why I said
That's godlike.
That's why I said
she was chaotic good. That's so weird.
That's why I said she's
He's a
following
lawyer.
protocol, whereas Wayland's the one that's like,
That's fair. Yeah,
like,
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Wayland's like,
Maybe
I'm
I'm
not.
thinking of
we
Luna.
don't got time
Maybe I'm
for all
thinking of
that.
Luna.
So you make your way. In
Yeah.
fact, his home is in the same district as as
Did you
Foxglove
actually go to his home?
as Foxglove Manor. So Wayland just makes his way over there, and he goes to Defiant Garden, a political retreat that's been turned to a home by the Lord Mayor. Directly upon the
Fine.
sea, directly upon the sea cleft stand several estates of the city's more daring aristocrats, but even the most lavish of these are outshined by Defiance Garden, a diplomatic resort and home of the Lord Mayor Haldmir Grabaris, although the Lord Mayor has traditionally kept a simple residence among the people. Grabaris moved into the lavish city-owned estate under the pretense of wanting to more freedom to dedicate himself to his work, and certainly not to take advantage of the small castle's four fully staffed floors of sumptuous salons and comfortable lounges, usually reserved for visiting diplomat.
I'm becoming a diplomat.
So
Get
as you
them
go there,
politician levels, Icarus.
as you make
Get
your
him.
way over there,
Reluctantly,
like is what's Icarus doing? She goes on.
Reluctant.
Icarus follows Wayland. Reluctantly, she reasons that if he's there, I'm sure we can give him the idea that this is a very pressing matter. Or no, never mind. That's not in her character. That's what she says. It's not in her character.
All right.
You get up to the gatehouse of the estate, where you're met by by a few guards, two of them, and then one of them is not armored up as a guard, but in the attire of a spellcaster. But they
Mm.
see you two
Detect magic.
coming.
No, let me stop.
They see you two coming forward, and they're like, "Halt! Do you have business here at the Defiance Garden? Who are you? Is there an appointment?"
I'm here to see Haldmir. Tell him Wayland is here on some extremely important business concerning the welfare of Maglimar.
Mm. Tell him.
I agree. There are some pressing matters that needs to be discussed, and going through the proper channels doesn't seem like the greatest idea. So the quicker we can see him, better it is for not only Magnamar but for Sandpoint as well.
And so, the spellcaster, the guards nod. They're like, "All right, we'll send your message to the Lord Mayor. If he doesn't respond, then he's either, and then he would be, if he doesn't respond in time, he might be too busy. He does have visiting officials right now, so
Even better, to be honest. The
so
more
he
people hear what's going on, the better.
turns to
Considering the nature of the information we have to tell him, it would not be something he would want to mention in front of dignitaries from outside of the city. It will give them the false impression of the vulnerability of Maglimar. We are talking about a citywide invasion.
You don't say. And he turns to the spellcaster and he's like, "Well, get that message quickly to the Lord Mayor. Tell him Waylon
Icarus of the Red
Icarus.
Lotus Society.
and the other guard's like, oh, you're the Red Lotus." And the other guard's like,
Icarus flares her
the other
wings.
guard,
That we are.
the other
Waylon
two,
shows off the clasp he has of the Red Lotus insignia on it.
the other guy that was talking to you, he's like, wait, you mean the same Red Lotus that? And he's like, the same one that saved the mayor from getting assassinated and took down a whole gang of Norgorberg worshippers. That cult, and they took down the one of the justices. And he's like, "Oh wow, okay. Well, forget that." He's like, "Open the gates, let him through." Well, wait. He turns to the spellcaster. He's like, "What do you think?" Well, the caster had he was casting a spell. Um, Actually, no, he
Okay.
didn't cast. He didn't actually have to cast anything. He just looks at your characters, but his eyes are glowing like a fierce, magical, like blue color.
Detect magic.
Arcane Eye.
What's that?
Arcane Sight.
Yeah,
Arcane Sight.
Eye.
Arcane Sight. Arcane Sight. Sorry.
Arcane Sight.
And he's looking
Nerd ass
over,
mages.
looking over, making sure.
Nerd.
Nerds.
He's like, I'll escort you. And so the caster, they open the gates and they let you go forward. And and you're escorted by the spellcasting guard, the caster guard. The appears to be a wizard probably.
I could take him. Let me stop.
But yeah. I mean, decent, good enough in magic for arcane sight. Obviously, to read your auras, to make sure there's nothing fishy going on with your auras. Make sure you're not shape changers. Make sure you're not assassins. Make sure you're not, you know,
You mean they're
kid.
doing shit like detect alignment?
That's wild.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
I couldn't help it. I got no self-control. Oh shit!
That's wild. That's fucking crazy.
I'm glad you said it, bro.
All right, so what was I gonna they lead you to like you see the state with just like these rows of like carefully pruned hedges. Obviously, the place was originally supposed to be like a diplomat's like visiting diplomats like residence while they're in town, but Grobaris decided to make it his home. As opposed to living in something more humble, like previous Lord Mayors. But yeah, it's obviously like a lavish estate made to impress with their various amounts of gardens and fountains and statues of like previous army Magnamar city captains and people from like political and military and even magical backgrounds. And you go down this path, and then you pass by a fountain, and then you take a trail to the left of the fountain, where it leads into like these lush gardens, and you can see like a gazebo in the distance, and you can see the Lord Mayor there having like a brunch with like the officials that he's speaking with, other nobles, and possibly even maybe the head of a merchant company, even since Magnamar is all about like getting businesses going here. And he rises from his, as the cast is escorting him. He's like, one moment, and he like walks over to the Lord Mayor, and he like leans in and he whispers. And the Lord Mayor is like, oh, you see him wiping his chin off of some of the food he was eating. He's like, oh, pardon me. And he gets up and he comes down the path and meets the two of you. And he's like, you have returned. That is great news. So what became of Fort Rannick?
I feel like a discussion like that, something that is worth discussing in private for it is a story that leads into something bigger, hence why we're here. I wish it was on better terms.
What troubles
To
should I
give
be
you the
wary of?
great troubles, as a matter of fact.
She
While we have dealt with Fort Rannick, it seems that there are more problems. And he holds out his hands to Icarus and he goes, "Show him Bar's letter to Mokmorian."
she takes the letter and she kind of looks behind the mayor. I don't know if his visitors are still sitting there, but like she kind of hands it to him, attempting like a little discreetly. So if they are there, um, they're unable to see it.
Okay.
To give you a little context, Barl is, or rather, Barl was a stone giant necromancer commander, one in an army of said ogres and giants, also in tow with a dragon. This army is currently climbing over the hills and valleys and mountain ranges between where we left over in Turtleback Bay and making their way over to this side of Arisia. As you see from the letter, they plan to retreat back to Jorgenfeast. But Sandpoint, which is only a day and a half's ride from here, will be receiving the brunt of the attack of that army. Of course, you already know, should Sandpoint fall, they'll be turning their boulders and their giant stony feet and their dragon's breath towards our great city of Monument next. We aim to stop them before they even get to Sandpoint.
It says
It's
here
why
that
we come here.
he goes, wait,
It's
wait, stone giants? Those those dumb brutes that live up in the northern Cinderlands? What? Are you sure? Why? It says here Sandpoint.
sure they may seem like dumb brutes, but when they are under the command of someone that is strong enough to organize them, they're a formidable foe, as we have firsthand experienced.
That person in question would be Mokmorian.
You see his brow furrowing, and Grabaris, Lord Mayor Grabaris, hands you back the mammoth skin, writing. Hands it back. And he goes, I haven't heard any news from Sandpoint, so maybe there really is no army coming.
It means that we were smart as a group to decide to take the barge here, and we have cut off the army at the pass. Hopefully, we will get to some point before they emerge, and we'll be able to stop them further away from some point.
All right.
But I brought it to your attention
Yes,
because
you
as
have.
you already know, you should
Mayor,
prepare yourselves. Well, this is while this is the most exasperating and I would imagine pressing news. There is some good news. I plan to start the production of the Leviathan, the first airship created from this city, as of today. I figure if it's going to be doomsday, might as well make it a productive doomsday.
It seems there's much that we need to discuss. Well, listen, if you really think that they're going to make their way to Magnamar, that's definitely of most concern here. I do hope Sandpoint fares well. Like I said, I have not heard any news recently, And you've journeyed all the way from Fort Rannick, and still no news of this army arriving. So
Mayor, if I
I
can
say
be
this: why not go to Sandpoint, see if this army ever does show? If not, it was nothing to worry about. And that's great. But there is an attack coming. Then I would say to do your best to make sure that they are well defended, and to send word back here
He makes it sound so simple.
with news,
Mayor,
with the news of this
I hate
attack.
this guy. Hate him.
Mayor, if I can be so bold to say, is that a gamble that you're willing to make? Say, what if this army is true? Now you've potentially left this city in a good sense of the word defenseless.
Defenseless. I assure you that Magmar can handle a bunch of large grunts like that. We've handled much far worse monsters in the past. Our great city was founded by monster hunters.
While that's true for Magnamar, we can't say the same for Sandpoint. And while sure Sandpoint might be its own entity or attempts to be, think about what message would be sent about in regards to Magnamar, knowing that this army has essentially ransacked Sandpoint and Magnamar did nothing to help. What would the world say about Magnamar when its surrounding areas are being ransacked and it did nothing to aid?
Yes, I understand that. That was exactly even the point of why I had sent you to Fort Rannick, with that very same reasoning. And thus, since you're here, I've been well warned. I will take this to the commanders, see what they say, what advice they have, and then I should be getting word back from you and your group. You're going back to Sandpoint to check this out, right?
Again, not to discredit your commanders, but I don't think they were there to experience what these creatures can do. We're talking very intelligent spellcasters, and even if this army does come, how quickly do you believe your support would be there? Do you believe even if we found out, we'd be able to let one of ours go to give you the word before the fighting ends? If we are supposed to be the ones to defend while we send word to you, that leaves one less of us to defend Sandpoint. It would make, I guess, sense. Supply something for the time being. And sure, if it doesn't pan out, it still will look well on Magnamar that it takes threats against the area very seriously.
You make a point. And so, do you have magical instant communication magic?
I believe we have such a diviner that could maybe.
If
I
not,
guess
I
we
will
have
provide you one. I will provide you with a scroll.
We need
If
it.
if not, I will provide you with a scroll so that you can send this message directly, so that you can send message of the attack straight to me, where I can immediately send out some soldiers to meet these attackers head on.
Haldemir, let me ask you this.
We need it.
I can't
Knowing,
lie, guys. I can't lie.
No, we not lying.
knowing that out of your entire regime, your entire staff that you have here, my genius leaves them in the shadows of the ridge in which Maglemar is built around. And in fact, I have probably forgotten more than they have ever learned in their past decade of studies.
He's
And
humble.
all I ask of you, with the vast intelligence I have available to me, is for your weakest, for your most dumbfounded. I ask you for the least of your soldiers that you have here. I know you probably have at least 4 or 5 men that you want to almost get rid of. Troublemakers, nail doers. Give me those. Give me a good platoon of 10 of those. And let us leave the city with them. Take them up to Sandpoint. Give them something to do. Rather than be here and waste your time and your tax money. And of course, when you see the army in which we are trying to warn you about, and we send those same troops back, and you see the terror in their faces, then you can send the stronger ones with them to come as reinforcement. And of course, we could even do it the magical way. We could send a message back and forth. However, it would still look better to the people of Sandpoint if you even sent just a small retinue of people. It builds trade, it builds trust, and it builds business. And with you having a new airship at your disposal, a tradeway between here and Sandpoint opening up only brings more money into the city. Think ahead.
Hmm.
You both do make very interesting points, very fine points. It's fine, so be it. I'll send a very small retinue that I can muster. Our forces are spread thin. I have a city to maintain after all. They'll meet you at the gate.
Hmm.
What times do you prepare to leave? I assume very soon.
Of
And like
course,
and
as
you
we
notice he
both
turns to like
agree, time is money.
you notice he turns to his guests and he like waves over to them like almost done. Like and like oh, almost done. Uh
Hmm.
and then he turns back and
Like,
then I'll have those preparations set and he like snaps his fingers to like a staff member to come over. And uh he he leans in and he tells the staff member, to go to he asks for like his like one of the captains that are in the district. Tell him that yeah, he has him like he's like, oh, send this message to so then he turns to the two of you and he's like, do apologize. I must complete this meeting that I am having over here, and I hope to hear good news about Sandpoint. Yeah. He goes, I hope to hear good news about Sandpoint soon. And may all of
But of course,
Desna's fortune brighten Sandpoint, for they have a vast future potential for their growth. We would all hate to see it be taken down, and then for them to come for Magnamar. Can't have that.
of course.
Hey,
May
Chris.
the golden keys of Abuda open every door to your endeavor.
Indeed, they do.
Icarus takes a step.
oh shit!
Icarus takes a step
Indeed,
forward.
yeah. He never sounded more like slippery than that moment, bro.
Icarus
Indeed,
takes a
they
step
do.
forward and kind of extends his
Hey,
hand.
hey, looking, yeah.
I mean, look at
Fuck
this
that
guy. He's
guy.
just got look at this guy. He's like, look at this guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's been getting his way for a mad long, bro. Okay.
So as Waylon starts to walk away with Icarus, he looks over at Icarus. He says, "You have a gift when it comes to persuasion. You know how to talk to people. However, what to say is just as important as how to say it. When it comes to his type, the best talk is money talk, regardless of who it is coming from. If you keep the subject about the money, you'll get much further.
Icarus rolls her eyes. Bureaucrats. The good of the people should be good enough for someone to make.
If you are going into these type of places and you are leading with morality in your heart, regardless of how well you speak, you are going to find a lot of closed doors, Icarus. I say it to you one more time. If it ain't about the money, don't go.
Fuck. I fucking hate you, bro. Fuck this guy, bro.
Don't bother
Icarus,
calling
How
the
dare
line.
you, Waylon?
You're wasting their time. If
Icarus
it ain't
scratches
about
her.
the money.
It ain't about the money.
Well, I agree at seeing this argument, watching you talk to the mayor as she kind of like makes like a grunt. The one other thing that piqued his brow was reputation.
Influence, of course.
If my books on barrister taught me anything, is that you can get a lot by questioning someone's reputation or even putting it on the line, whether it be positive or negative. It doesn't matter if you win or not, as long as people, or better yet, the trade groups surrounding cities think highly of you. I think while you talk money, my talk of character may still have as much weight.
Well, good luck with that endeavor. As
You're
for
mad now, bro.
tomorrow,
I'm
we'll have
still fucked up over here.
some more people to follow. And hopefully they are coming with horses. I believe the caravan will already be packed as it is.
All right, well, with
And I
that,
suppose
We're out here getting shit done. This is great.
the people of Sandpoint also will be happy to see, even if it is only 5 soldiers, seeing 5 soldiers bearing the emblem of Maglimar coming to help. It will be good for relations, more than just relations. It will make them feel a little more sense of community.
I think
They
that's,
deserve as much.
and I believe that's one of the most important things, is knowing that they feel safe.
Are y'all talking in front of Quinn? Or are you guys talking on your way back to like whatever we're doing?
That was on the way back to me.
Oh, okay. Probably not good.
Seeing the difference in personalities with Waylon and Icarus is fucking godlike.
It's always dope when you see different alignments at work. It's just beautiful. See how two people like take 2 different paths to achieve the same goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had him until he said,
You gotta set those up more, Icarus. You gotta set those
no.
up
See,
more.
here's the thing. I had him until he asked about messaging. And I can bluff that, but I don't want to lie about it. Like, I can bluff it and say it depends, but like, I would be almost lying about it. And Icarus isn't gonna lie about it.
Wait, what? He did ask if you guys has magic to talk long distance, but
my response was, I believe.
Didn't he say?
He said he's gonna give you the scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he'll give you the scroll, right? Oh, let's go. So you know what that means? That's good. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Why would you lie? You can't lie in diplomacy. I mean, you shouldn't.
Well, the argument was
Shouldn't.
to send more than just 5 to 10 soldiers. It was supposed to send a lot
Hold on, I'll
more
be
than
right
that.
back.
That's what the goal was. but he asked about, and my response was to my knowledge, which isn't a lie. You know,
You've been looking at Quindavir's spellbook like all the time. Why wouldn't you know
No.
what spell they got?
Do you have a way of spell? You do, because you have message, right?
No.
No.
That's not the kind of magic he's talking about.
He ain't got no sending. He ain't got no scrying. He ain't got no teleport. He ain't got none of this shit.
I don't got
I've
no
been looking. I've been looking for anything.
We took a vote. We took a vote. We ain't got no
I'm glad that I said I believe so, because
I've
I
been
didn't fucking know
scratching and
in
clawing,
character or out of character.
looking.
We talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that last week. He didn't got it. He didn't have it.
Bro, you think we would need an airship if we could just teleport everywhere we want to fucking
Right.
go? Like, you think we
Right.
get an airship because we gotta
Right.
travel.
I knew we didn't have teleport, but I
He
didn't know we
coulda-
didn't
he
have
coulda-
anything sort of message.
Wait, but
Nah.
couldn't you already been had teleport?
Yep.
Nah, teleport's level 6 or
No.
5.
Nah.
I think it's 6.
Five.
Nah.
It's fifth level.
It's 5.
It's 5.
Man.
Teleport's level 5.
I could have
Yeah,
been
it's
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have had it.
It's 5 because it's the first thing
Yeah.
I'm getting with fucking.
You should get it.
With
It's not that I wouldn't get it. It's a conjuration spell, so those are like the spells I don't really look at because those are in my opposition school.
Gotcha.
I intend to get it, but
That
I didn't
should
intend
be
to get it
like-
first because
It
that's
takes up
just
like
in my
7
opposition.
slots.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that shit takes
like
way
if it's
too
in an
much.
opposition school, then I'll just take it.
Yeah.
I'll make
Whoa, chill the fuck,
Yeah.
chill,
Take it.
chill the fuck out.
Take it.
I'm saying fuck
Somebody
now
take it.
because you.
Somebody
This
fucking
is-
take it. We need
Here's
it.
the
because you
thing.
gotta-
Think about it. Here's the thing.
You
Somebody
Is it
fucking-
100 miles per caster level? Yo,
Right, think
Yeah,
about it.
somebody
Think
should.
about it.
Someone got
We
to
are
tell the
traveling.
motherfucker how not to wait. So
Somebody
you so
fucking
wait
take it.
for like
Icarus to take teleport.
Yo.
You won't have to prep it.
All
I
I'm
can
saying
cast it at
is
least
this.
6 times.
we were in Sandpoint day 1.
Why would you ever teleport 6 times in one day? You don't need
That's not the
it.
point. What I'm
You need
saying
it.
is that it's not a once a day thing. Like if you cast it, that's it.
Yeah.
Unless
You're so
you prep it
disrespectful.
multiple
It's not
times.
even funny, bro.
Take it.
Stop
Take it.
disrespecting me, bro.
Take it. Take it, bro.
That's all I'm gonna
Somebody
say.
take it.
That's all I'm
I
gonna
don't
Somebody
say.
care.
because
I don't care
We
who
are-
the
Who
fuck
take
has it. I don't care if Quinn Demir can cast it
Somebody.
once. If Icarus can cast it 10 times. If Waylon can fucking extraction of fucking teleport. I don't give
You
a
can
fuck.
put 10 times.
Somebody get it, yo.
Somebody get it. Somebody get it.
Whaler's out of this
Somebody-
one. I
Somebody get it.
I don't care who does it.
This man said,
Somebody do it. I don't care if I
this man said, you don't gotta prepare it. Are you
37
kidding
mixed
me?
potions to
I
get it.
can't even alchemically teleport. That's not even my fucking lane at all.
That's
If
not my
anybody
lane
can
at
figure
all.
that out,
That's
it's
why
you,
you getting the
right?
shit. I
Right.
get it, bro.
That's why
I
I'm
get
doing
it.
this shit.
That's
I'm
why
doing
you
this
spending
shit.
like 700 times the fucking month price.
I had to Tony Stark this shit. I'm not
I
Dr.
can't
Strange.
fly.
I gotta do this
Trying to
shit,
think
man.
about it. Yo, that's
Children and
not right.
shit.
Though. Imagine you have the Leviathan and you just have like Icarus like flying next to. Oh, let's go.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be dope to have.
I gotta
Like,
get
what
the
group is
tap
gonna say they
dance.
have an airship? No one. It's
What
worth
he-
investing.
Forget that.
What scroll is he giving him, Luke?
Then nobody will have to
Message.
So,
Message.
Sending?
yo,
message.
look, he said message, and we all was like, nah, bro.
Gave you a level 1 score like
Yeah,
you
we
got this shit.
can't
Yeah,
that shit is like cantrip, bro.
That's the bullshit he would
And-
do. The fucking bureaucrat.
That's
That's what
just
the hell he
like stand
do.
in front of him and secret message.
He
There
He
you
gives
go.
doesn't
you
believe us anyway, so he'll like, yeah, I'll give you a scroll and 6 little random niggas. Yeah, of course I'm gonna give you message. That man don't believe us.
That's what I love about it. Like, money's nothing for him, so he's gonna give us sending. Beautiful, because I was
Give
gonna
you,
learn sending, but it was gonna cost me mad money.
He gave
So
you
that's
animal
actually-
messenger.
Yo, see?
Let me
He
stop.
said animal messenger. I'm done, bro. Send fucking Alvin the Chipmunk back to me whenever you find
Nah,
out.
it's
a
it was a sending scroll, which aren't cheap. So
That's okay.
This man had the gall to have this conversation
We
with
saving
fucking
money,
workers
man. We
and just be
saving
like,
money.
I'm
I
here
like
later.
this.
That's a good
I
one.
like this. I like this. That's
I'ma have
beautiful.
to-
You have no idea. That's
That's
amazing
a good
fucking
ass
thing that he gave us.
helpful
Sending.
spell.
I'm gonna have to woo this
Hell
man.
yeah, that
Hold
shit's
on. I'm gonna have to work
expensive.
my charm. I'm gonna have to work my charm. Like, hey, what else can we get?
But-
for that?
Is it Luna or
But-
is it Icarus that has
Huh?
the mnemonic vest?
What? I do.
Icarus.
It's
Icarus,
Luna.
right?
No, I have it.
Icarus has it.
Oh,
So that means you could use the scroll for free every day.
Yep.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what level the scroll is. The spell is. That's so good. So that's good that you got it. Wait, if Quinn prepares it, he would have to make it a scroll. Oh,
But the group that he's sending.
oh, here we go. Here's the fumble.
Oh, we got the fucking.
we're about to get the Bad Batch.
We got the
from
bad news.
fucking-
Bad news. Bad.
the Bad Batch from Clone Wars and shit.
That's crazy.
Nah, hold up. They're godlike though. You would want them.
They are godlike.
We got the.
They are
godlike though.
That's true.
What the fuck movie was that? With the Double D Squad.
Nah, what you
And they
got
were-
is what you got is
They were like Double D Squad. Dumbest dog shit.
what you got is Deadpool's X Force from the
boy.
movie. No, it's not.
Mm,
they all end up dead except for Domino.
Yeah, they come out. I'm about to make a name for myself. Oh yeah.
They all say that shit.
Not from the second
I'm about to
movie.
make a name.
In the second movie, when you try to put X Force together, and like they all died except for
Oh,
fucking
Colossus.
They all got-
except for
fucking-
Domino.
Oh, right.
Domino was the only one that survived.
That luck, son. That luck.
So the group that you have is
Their probability magics.
5 young Shoanti
Damn.
warriors that are equipped as if they had just got out of the militia, or they're equipped as if they
Damn.
are the militia, not
They
necessarily
saw
like
no combat.
they got combat, but they
Decent
didn't. He's not sending like experienced fighters with your character. Like they're level 1 warriors.
Warriors, not even fighters.
Not even
Warriors.
fighters.
Jesus.
And you notice that he made sure they were. You notice that they are all Shoanti in ethnicity as well.
Yo,
Hell yeah, this
Oh, he
motherfucker.
racist too.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Yo,
god.
no, when we
Oh,
see
God.
Icarus, the next time Icarus sees him, we gotta have a chat. I'm gonna have to take this man and beat the shit out of him or something.
Wait a minute. Why we gotta do that?
Burn his house down?
Because all we gotta do is exactly what's not expected of us, which is to take this opportunity to make sure that these boys are well fed, well overpaid, that they got the best experience of their entire life. He
How
thinks
much time
sending
you
them
think
this,
we got?
sending them here is gonna be just bad for them. Nah, we're gonna make sure that is a dope experience. Power level.
Oh, we're gonna show them out. We're gonna show them how shit get done and all that. Okay.
You're gonna send them back well equipped with mad money. Like, oh, you thought you were sending us to a bad.
You do know they could all just aid another in combat and just give us all, what do you say, 5 of us? That's an extra plus 10 to any attack. That's still pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. That's not numbers is pretty important when you're working
Lou,
together.
how many people they gave us?
5.
5.
So how many more people does it take to complete the peasant railgun?
No.
I knew it was coming. How many ready actions does it take?
The
to fucking
peasant
drag?
Have them
railgun.
evacuate the civilians and stuff like that.
That's a good idea.
True. We can have them do the things that we would rather not do. I get it. Yeah.
And just make sure they got some good ass 2 gold pieces
stories and shit when they get back home. They'll be like, oh my god, we defended the whole city from dragons.
You say 2
The whole village from
Did
dragons.
you say
They
2
gonna be
gold
talking
pieces
shit.
a piece?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
For the entire endeavor?
Yeah.
That's a lot for them.
Nah, they're gonna need
lot.
more than that. Well, they need more than that. Don't be cheap.
You're gonna get them killed.
That ain't
What are you
cheap.
talking about, bro? You don't
You
understand.
know how much money they make?
And
You know how much they really make? Think about it like this. Do you know how much we make when we do our businesses?
Nah. Icarus is understanding the power of money. If you go ahead and you give them like 50 gold pieces, you just put a fucking price on their head, bro. They go
Somebody gonna hurt
home,
them in their sleep.
they're gonna be like, "Oh, these motherfuckers got paid," and they're gonna get hit. It's just like people
Someone's gonna waste their money
gambling.
on fucking alcohol too. So you know he gonna be talking shit.
You gotta
He'll
chill.
be
That's his
running
own
his mouth
problem.
all
He ain't
night.
shit to do with that at that point.
Damn, Icarus, you asked for this.
No. What I'm saying is, like, she would give the money, but then, like, they're in charge of it. Like, I can't dictate what they do with it.
Yeah, but if
like,
you know you're gonna kill somebody with the power that you got, why would you do it?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying.
Give them
Like, hey,
2
here's
years
100
worth
gold
of
pieces.
fucking
Yeah, you about
food.
to die.
You gotta incentivize them.
You give them 2 years worth of food. I mean, 2 years worth of wealth. That's enough. They don't have to work for 2 years. But you go
It's a
ahead
big
and
deal.
give them like 100 gold. You just put a big ass price on their head, bro. Their own cousin gonna kill them
So
for that money.
He said that own cousin. Cool.
Lou, when we sit out with this group, they're obviously like green as shit, right?
They know how to ride a horse.
Do I have to like sense
Yeah.
motive or whatever? Is Waylon looking like gassed that we got these guys? Like,
Why do you say it like that? Why do you say it like that?
Yeah, Raheem can tell probably. He could be like the best they can send us.
That's it. That's it.
like I guarantee you, I am looking at these guys and I'm like disgusted.
Icarus looks at them like kind of like.
They look like the most fighting they got was out in the streets.
Icarus looks like kind of saddened when she sees
Friday
them.
night.
But she sticks by their side and try to like reassure them how things are gonna go, introducing everyone.
This is sad.
But like you can't like Icarus doesn't want to like say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna fight this giant group of monsters." She don't want to say that.
I say would tell you don't lie to them. Tell them the truth. They're
Yeah.
here to die.
No.
Nasir straight up with you.
Icarus
He
is
doesn't
like
sugarcoat anything.
Icarus glares at Nasir. She goes, "Nasir,
Oh shit!
What?
we will protect them so none of that happens."
Absolutely. But they're here to die. We're going into battle.
No one's dying today.
You can't promise that.
This is exactly how we use the goblins in the Chitterwood.
Exactly.
Damn. So we're all back together now. We put everything into, like, we did everything we had to go ahead and do. I'm imagining, like, what time of day is it? Like, I feel like the time frame is a little.
I mean, yeah, you
like we're not too sure.
got your stuff down. You're just going to need to, head out and get your 8-hour travel in.
I think we were taking a night. We were gonna leave. We weren't gonna travel at night though. I remember that. We weren't traveling at night.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that we're pretty much waiting for the next day to start so we can head out.
Yeah,
If that's the case, then Quinn is gonna do the whole harrowing for everyone, lucky numbers for anyone that wants it the night before, and then he'll get some sleep to I already
gonna do the lucky number this time.
When you show up, Icarus, you gonna show me Quinn Demir, you gonna talk about the sending spell or anything?
Yeah.
Yes?
Let me do my lucky.
So Quinn Demir is gonna definitely take that off their hands, tell you how he can make use of it so we can alert them when time is right.
Lucky number rolls. Lucky number rolls.
Yeah, I want to roll low. Roll low.
Ooh,
Save that shit.
Yeah.
I'll take that
12 is a good lucky number.
I'm gonna roll. Anybody? I'll roll for Cal. Fuck it.
Gonna roll a 20. Watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give me that 5.
7 for Caldum, 2 for Nasir.
Nice.
Give me that.
All
Those are
right,
really good lucky numbers. You never know.
What the fuck?
Sit. Sit.
15's good too.
All right. 2
I
for
mean,
this year and
I don't know if I would re-roll it though.
7
5
for
for
Caldum.
Quindamere. Yeah, I got.
Anybody want to
Quinn.
harrow up?
Kickers
Nah, man.
12.
Sorry, bro.
Raheem
I got
15.
the worst luck
Oh
with
no,
that, man.
that shit is
negative.
neutered, Nasir.
Nobody want to
I
harrow
ain't going near that.
up?
I'm not touching that shit ever again, bro.
I think it.
Sorry.
Nobody want to harrow up?
That,
Oh man.
that permanent -1 to a D20 was. I'm not doing that again.
Shalelu was the only
The
character.
movie not bad.
ever
You was still putting mad August to rest. What you mean? You didn't feel that shit. You barely felt that shit. Right?
Oh,
Except when he missed by 1.
When did he miss by 1? Let's be real. When did he miss by 1 though? When
couple
did he?
times. Not often.
Okay. At least you can admit that. I appreciate that.
Not often, but it was the saves that it was fucking me up.
That's
Permanent.
unfortunate.
It was that
I
permanent.
guess I will do my own hair. That's the
that shit was terrifying. It's too terrifying for me now. I'm scarred.
He had like a permanent -2 on everything he did. So
Yeah.
even when he did power attack, he had like, he was getting murdered on his rolls.
That's why I couldn't power attack.
He didn't power attack like at all that entire fucking encounter.
You was hitting though.
Yeah, no,
can't have it all.
Because
Are we doing the
power
deck
attack
now or later?
So I couldn't power attack. Yeah, it was nasty.
Are we doing the
-1
deck now
was
or
too
later?
scary.
I don't see the problem.
If you're gonna harrow, you're gonna harrow now, bro.
All right.
I'm harrowing, bro.
Yeah.
The unicorn, Lewis.
Pull that shit, bro.
You want to go first, Sam? You want me to go first?
He's pulling cards,
Yeah,
bro.
you can do yours simultaneously.
You can do yours electronically.
I got my own shit.
I'm
gonna do my shit right here. I wonder. That's.
No, you can't have that in your mama's house. Your mama think you fucking doing devil magic.
I don't do it no more.
No, you can't have no
Back in the day, she was like, "Oh, you play D&D? Oh, y'all can't come around here. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that?
Yep.
That shit was unfortunate. Yeah, you're right. Can't do that shit.
He said Lewis is.
That's why I don't live there no more.
He said your friend Lewis is.
A couple years ago.
Hey, your friend Lewis
He's the damn devil.
is the damn devil. I was like, damn. All right.
You're not having no Nigerian
He said,
house.
all
You
right.
fucking kidding me?
My man took that.
All right.
Damn.
Okay.
All right, so let me write these down.
Are we doing this, Lewis?
What?
Start pulling, Tony.
Are we doing the harrowing right now?
Yeah. Get it out the way.
I drew the Inquisitor.
Get it out the way, yo.
Hey, yeah, hold on a second. Let me pull up the.
It's just him and Quindamere, so.
Right.
Nobody else is doing it?
Hell no, nigga. You saw what I
Hell no, bro.
I'm sorry.
They're not playing that game no more.
I think what fucked me was I got like a -1 to will saves. I think that's what it was. I don't roll attack rolls, so.
I had a permanent -1 on my D20. It didn't matter what I was rolling.
Yeah,
it was terrifying.
You got Inquisitor, which is lawful neutral. Right on the dot.
There you go.
Can't win them all. You win some more.
No, you really can't.
Lawful neutral with the book. You
I
have.
love how you just adamant, bro.
You really can't.
That's a +2 to a skill check.
Let's go.
That was kind of handy.
All right.
If you stop right now.
Next card.
Like, do you have to draw 9? Can you just draw like
The
2 so I can win a
Rakshasa.
spot?
Yeah, you
It
gotta
has
draw
to.
that.
It has to be
Uh,
Can I just
9.
draw a little bit?
gotcha, gotcha.
Lawful evil. So that's +1 to skill.
So we have
Yeah,
plus
can
3
I
skill.
do a little bit?
What we don't want.
Chaotic good of
What
risk.
you don't want is chaotic neutral. Which one's that? Paladin?
Yeah.
Paladin. Lawful good. That's a +1 to an attack roll.
Next. The liar.
The liar. The liar. Oops. Liar is chaotic evil, so that's a bonus to any d20 roll? Yeah, +1 any d20 roll.
Nice.
Next, the dance.
Is lawful good. +1 to that reflex? Yeah, +1 reflex.
Oh shit! I got my fucking alignment. Wanderer. Let's go. Intelligence skill checks, right? Yeah. +2.
Next,
Skills.
the wanderer.
Oh, you too? Let's go.
The Wanderer is
Wandered into here.
+1 to a skill check.
I'm getting a lot of skill check ones.
That's good. Boost them.
I think I'm at +4 right now. Next one. The mountain man.
Mountain Man, shield, Mountain Man. Oh, there it is. Chaotic neutral.
Oh shit! That's the one you don't want. Sorry.
It's a -1 to
Damn.
fortitude.
Damn.
Mm.
What's my 4?
That's gonna
4
hurt.
now.
Two more.
I got 2 good ones so far. Well, 3 good ones. I really can't complain.
All right.
What's next? The Fool. I think this one's not good.
The empty
Neutral
throne.
evil. Oh, there it is. I talked too soon.
The empty throne.
Minus. What does this do
The
to me?
throne is
Fuck.
+1 to any d20 roll. And one more.
I just don't got luck like that. So
I've learned to stop
Foreign
trying
trader.
mine. I've
Digi
seen all my
Foreign
luck
trader.
pretty did dice.
it humbles me
Yes.
every time. So I'm
Uh,
just gonna believe it. Like,
I'll just see what I got for your digi dice because
Trader. That's neutral. So that was another. Yeah, you got a lot of skill check ones.
nice.
The only one you got is the -1 fortitude, but you got one +2 skill roll, and 3 +1 skill rolls, and a +1 attack roll, and a 2 +1 to any d20, and 1 +1 reflex.
Okay. I'll take it.
Sweet. That's not bad. Just don't get hit with no fortitude shit. You all right?
Right. I'm gonna go back there with those skills. And
Good.
those
Good
skill
money.
rolls and look at the mayor like, what the fuck were you doing?
Oh shit.
No, actually, I won't. I'll use my blissfully ignorant sweet nothings with my +27 charisma.
Right.
Oh, plus 20. I have a 25 charisma. Excuse me.
That's so nice though. That's still nice. That's still very nice.
My base DC for all my fireballs now is 24.
Sweet. I like it. You know, Lou's gonna roll a 20, so it don't even matter.
Every fucking time.
Just said it don't even matter
You
though.
roll a 20, it won't even matter, bro. You'll roll a 20 with goblins and skeletons and shit.
Let's do it.
You don't give a fuck about none of that. Lou ain't failed to save since 2005, bro.
That sounds wild.
I
Okay,
remember. I
so
remember Lou had a situation where the monster had to roll twice and take the lowest, and
Roll
Lou rolled
220s.
220s.
Right.
Damn.
He said, hold that.
I think Lewis, I think we've been using investment wrong. Unless
How
I
so?
forgot. It takes up a spell slot when I do it.
Yeah, of course it does.
I forgot. I must have forgot that part.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the investment takes up a spell slot. It uses a spell
Because you
slot.
cast a spell from a scroll after your
Yeah,
caster
no, I
level
knew
and
that.
everything. So
I must have forgot
it
that.
just
I
doesn't
forgot
use
that.
this. Oh, you've been cheating. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop.
I think you've only used it once though. What, maybe twice.
I've used it twice.
Yeah, I rarely see you use it though.
I've used it twice.
Yeah, no, I knew it used a slot because you're casting a spell. What it doesn't take up is like if you use the scroll, it doesn't use up the scroll. Yeah. Although you wouldn't
So
need to.
Quindamir has -1 on all D20 rolls.
Mm.
Shit is ugly. I mean, I got some good ones, but now of course something had to offset it. I feel bad. I'm gonna put it in my.
The Phoenix is always smiling brightly on me. It's
Yeah,
not
put it in
divine or magic.
the harrowing.
Yep.
Power of the
Or-
rebirth.
All right.
Yep.
So with these four Shanti warriors, they seem to just talk amongst themselves. Like the leader of the group, like nods to yours and shakes hands and speaks. He speaks common. He speaks pretty decent common. The other four just seem to only speak Shanti. Um, and yeah, I need a Shanti name.
I am glad that these 5 are on our journey. It is a pleasure to meet someone new.
Don't get too attached.
He wearing a red shirt.
I'm so sick of
Yeah,
you
they
in this
wearing
here.
red shirts.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop being so pessimistic, okay? All right, listen.
Alright.
I can see you and Nasir just looking at me going, stop getting attached to these motherfuckers. We don't need to know their names. Warrior 1 and
That's
Warrior
cold,
5.
bro.
Damn.
you straight
Man,
up.
don't need nothing. The leader's name is
That's actually
the
so
leader's
fucked
name
up.
is Coda. Nah, his name is Dakota.
Don't tell me your name. I'm not trying. Dakota?
Yeah.
He's
Dakota.
Warrior number 1.
Damn.
So fucked up, son.
Like if it was credits, it just says Warrior number 1.
Right.
Was I am Dakota, and we were told to journey with you to Sandpoint
So
and
he's the leader. Alright.
Have you been filled in on why you are traveling with us to Sandpoint?
we were told that there might be needing extra reinforcements for a possible raid.
Have they told you what type of raid?
That was
Why you
not
say it like
that is
that?
not known to us.
All right.
Oh my god. Your girl virus is crazy.
Okay.
He said, send them. Don't even tell them. Just send them.
Do I tell them? I don't tell them. Do I tell them? I don't tell them. If they didn't really, if he didn't give the information, I am not inclined to tell them.
They do have they have light horses that they can ride, so the characters will be able to get there in a day, and you'll be able to travel a day, um, and then
Horses.
rest.
Motherfucker, I can fly. Horses.
Well, yeah, you could fly, but
Okay.
you're able to travel through your day, get your rest because you're gonna need it for the next day in case. Um,
Um,
you
so
don't
we're
see
traveling with
any.
these dudes for a day.
Yeah.
All right. At some point, I would have to ask them, what experience do you have? What battles have you seen? How much live combat have you been in?
Oh, he goes, well, we've had to deal with thieves on the street, gang fights, and the occasional wandering creature that comes up from the sewers or that comes from the underbridge. And he goes, all of us here have recently came out of the militia training.
Icarus looks at Rakeem and could see the look on his face and kind of just like puts
Oh,
her hand on his shoulder as in trying to tell you, just don't. just don't.
It's part of our community service.
ugh,
What are they, fucking inmates?
it hurts my heart.
On probation?
That's why she told you, just don't. Just don't.
Basically,
Yeah, just let it out.
they're not even part of the city watch. They're militia members.
I need you all to do me a favor. And if things happen the way we think they do, and the shit hits the fan, I need you to stay way in the back and help as many of the townsfolk as you can. If you want to live.
Well,
They seem confused,
that's one
but
way to put
they're
it.
like, all right, we will do just that. We were told that you were to
Dude,
leave.
you said your name was
They said
Dakota.
we were told that you are to leave.
Mm. Oh, wait, hold up.
Yeah, so now you got responsibilities.
Great. It's
Yeah.
blind leading the. It's literally blind leading the fucking blind right now.
Yeah.
So something happens, to be like, well, they were leading them. Maybe they.
You're right. Red
Yeah.
Lowe's gonna get some bad press if something happens to
Yo,
these
the
fucking.
raid happens. We all just like with
They
our
got
shrugs, like
families and shit. Where Barris was like, "Oh, y'all want support? Okay,
Come on,
I think I can help with that."
you guys were little dirty politician. He's got it covered. He can things go bad, damn. Oh yes. Why? If things go great, yeah. I sent them.
That was me.
Icarus would have. Yo, if they die, Icarus would have words with him.
I mean,
He would have words with him.
Oh, they're already dead.
All right.
They're a dead man walking. This is.
He said they're dead
Mm-mm.
already.
Quinterman says to everyone in the group, he goes,
They don't even have
all
names
right.
except for Dakota. And that's only because he's like the boss man of the rest of them. They're done.
Quinterman says, all right. I understand.
He's the second level warrior.
Yeah, right. I
Big
understand
badass.
that. I understand that he's a real badass. I'm dead, bro. Come on. I understand that you five were selected to help to aid the raid Sandpoint.
Shit.
But it doesn't seem like Guabaras has given you any information about what is set to happen in the next couple of hours.
Maybe
So
that's for the
I think
best.
it's absolutely not. I could not rest for a single moment knowing that these men were walking along a path blindly. The circumstances must be fair across the board. You should be aware of these accuracies. Of course, you too, Waylon. I am surprised both of you have not spoken about these. Even the monks, though it seems like Rakim has tried at least. These
It is now fair.
these folk,
They have been
these
given,
folk,
they have, it is now fair. They have been given instruction.
but they were not given the entire truth, and it is a, a habit of mine
Hmm.
to peel the veil off of unsuspecting people's faces. So I think we might do them a service that Gobaras did not. And then Kundame would turn towards them and then give a big sigh, but then look at them with some
So you are sending them back
serious.
to Magnamar.
Yep.
Kundamir says, these men. Oh shit! What was it he said? He goes, a king may move a man, and a man may follow orders, but do not forget that this life is your own in every moment. That said, Sandpoint is expected to be raided not by some goblins or some unfortunate bandits that have been beset by some misfortune in their life, but ogres, giants, and even a dragon is set to be attacking Sandpoint. I do not need. Actually, he will say. He says that, and then he lets those words set in when he says dragon.
There are rules in place for a reason.
Another loud sigh from Rakim.
Icarus just says there's a reason rules are in place. Quindamir.
These men are warriors.
He's speaking to the men. Hold up. They don't react to hearing that there's dragons? There's nothing, there's no response? I don't think so. I think Lewis is thinking.
These men are
Kokoda's
warriors, but
translating in Shawanti what you're saying. And he
these men are
paused.
warriors, but they are not warriors that are
Wow, I
willing
don't speak Shawanti. Crazy.
the front lines in order to face the battle for us. If anything, the only job that they have here would be to make sure that the civilians of Sandpoint are properly evacuated well before we are dealing with any sort of enemies on the front lines. They are there simply to provide an extra hand in evacuation process. We should be on the front lines fighting the battle well away from the viewpoint of those who are inside Sandpoint while they are busy working. So surely they are at least sturdy enough to make the 2.5-day journey between here and Sandpoint. That's the most rigorous thing they should have to encounter.
There is no point of giving them that information, for it doesn't matter.
I do not quite agree. These men, we do not know exactly, unless you can see the future. You do not know how these ogres plan to attack Sandpoint. And when we finally get there, it will be too late. At the very least, we should not have anyone in these fights that is going to be happening that will not at least have some sort of idea of what they are getting into. A frightened combatant, or should I say, someone who is an ally, who becomes frightened by the presence of a dragon, will only set to increase the discord that Sandpoint will already be in.
While I agreed with what you're saying, we were not tasked to give that information.
We were not taxed at all. Gobarbas has little faith in the battle that is to come. This is simply an appeasement of your amazing diplomacy skills. But unlike everyone else, he like eyes everyone at the who's around him from Red Lotus. He goes, it doesn't seem like we have taken in consideration
We have.
the
I told them
possi
they were
the
going to die.
the
I could
poss
not be more honest.
Oh, I didn't hear that in the series.
Yeah, he said it earlier.
Yeah, I even told him not to say it.
I could not be more
Oh,
honest with them.
he
If
said
they
that out
want their
loud, but I
names
don't
to
know if
go
he
down in the
understood them.
books, and if they want their names to go down in the books as great
Did they
warriors,
understand
they will
Shawanti?
join us. If not, they can go
Did he
home and
understand them,
cry to
Lewis?
their women.
If he
Did he understand them when he said, "You guys
uh
are gonna die"?
Dakota
Because
did.
okay,
Yeah.
so Dakota, as far as he's concerned, and the ones that's with him, they're all aware that this isn't
He
no
like
walk in
he
the park thing.
kind of scoffed at hearing that. Like, okay,
Oh, okay. Well,
like
they don't give a shit. Cool.
they're like we signed
All
up for
right, so
this.
Quindamere then will just, I mean, fuck
Uh,
it.
They
Fuck
signed
it
up
then.
for this.
Quindamere will look at the rest of the group then instead of addressing them, because I forget how the racism is and fucking for the
Well, I
Shawantis. They
well,
kind of just dealing with it. He says to everyone else is already on board for having them evacuate. So I guess at this point, Quindamere doesn't really have much left to add. We could probably leave then.
why I agree with.
Yeah,
Well, I disagree with how
that's
Nasir
all he
said
wanted
it.
to.
I
Oh,
do agree that they did sign up for this.
Yes,
he's
they
not
did.
wrong.
Now, the only thing they need to worry about is what Rakim told them. If it gets too dangerous for them, save the women and the children and let us handle it.
That's his fear enough.
What I worry about the most is those amongst the civilians who will try to use the ensuing chaos of the evacuation as a point to do things that is unsavory to say the least. Those are the people that I want them to focus on. People who like to take advantage of those situations. You tend to see the more evil and sickening side of those who live within society come out when they feel that there is a time to act without impunity.
And this is also the time you see heroes emerge.
True enough.
I guess
I hope.
there's only one way to really find out, and that is to be in the fire.
I
I would
hope.
rather them focus on getting the civilians out. We run the risk of stretching ourselves too thin if we're worrying about everything. We have to think about the priorities first, and saving as many people as possible is probably priority number one, while we focus on the main battle.
You all had better get used to that strategy. Because the more influence that we have, the more we become more closer to what we are, experts in our own fields. The more we will find we have the bigger tasks, and we will have to delegate the lesser tasks to those around us. You're going to need help. I assure you of this.
Absolutely.
Hemlock better be working when we get to some point.
Yeah, that or he is drunk complaining about his brother again. But he had better get off of his ass. We sent a messenger pigeon to him, so I'm pretty sure he is working diligently. When we get there, he'll have 5 more hands that he can order around to take care of fortifying the place as much as possible.
If there is nothing else, then I suppose we can be off. Is everyone prepared?
Yes, for the next day and a half of travel to Sandpoint, I'll be working on poisons. So keep your inquiries to a minimum concerning my time. I would not want to spill such precious material.
Is
Although
there any more downtime, or we already allocated that for the journey between here and Sandpoint?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So the next day, a few hours more away from Sandpoint, you notice there hasn't been anyone on the Lost Coast Road like fleeing or anything like that. You don't notice like anyone that has fled or like any signs of like evacuation, which is
A good sign.
which is a good sign, yeah.
Hmm.
Plus the girl Boris didn't even know about the about a raid, meaning he didn't get a message from Sandpoint about getting attacked because you guys sent that because Shalelu had sent that animal messenger like I think it's
From Waddle.
yeah, like 6 days, 6, 7 days ago. Um, and so that's another good sign. And as you get closer to Sandpoint and you round the bend of the road and you see the familiar sign that you saw the first time coming through here,
Oh, here we go.
where it says, welcome to Sandpoint, and it's got like a mirror underneath it, and it's like, this is how we see you, or something like that. Um,
Right.
there's a picture of it. I gotta find it, but it was like, this is how we see you.
Some shit. Yeah.
And you notice uh you notice there's a different you get a sense in the atmosphere there's a different kind of activity going on in town. Like looks as busy as normal during this time of day, but things seem more
Tense.
yeah, they seem more
Hmm.
tense. Then as you get closer you can see a patrol on a horseback like come down the road towards your group and they instantly recognize you. They're like, oh, the Red Lotus is back. They're back. Come, follow us. You need to see the sheriff and the mayor. And so you guys, ride into town, and you notice that like while some people trying to go about their day as normal as possible, others seem fearful and tense. Others seem like ready to like prepare for the worst. You notice that certain areas have like more like you notice areas seem to be more put together in more of a defense fortification style going on in certain streets and certain areas of the town. And both gate, the south gate and the north gate, especially the north gate, is definitely more a bigger presence there. Um, but you get to they lead you over to the cathedral where you see the mayor and her staff and Sheriff Hemlock and a few soldiers, and they're talking with the with all the clerics of the cathedral, of all the deities, of Abadar, of Desna, of Bozrah, um, and of Saren Ray uh, and of Sheelan. Um, And they see your group come over, and the mayor looks, they have this look of like gratitude, like, ah, you've arrived just in time. We've got your message, and we've been preparing things, and we haven't had any signs yet of their approach. But we also have not sent out any scouts to check, see if they were how far up ahead they might be from here in Sandpoint. We took your message very seriously, of course. Seeing that was from Shalelu and that she was with you on your venture to Fort Rannoch. Um, he goes, at the moment of an attack, I do have a messenger that will immediately go out to Magnamar. And right now we're just making preparations, making sure everything is in order just for in case, for in case this raid does come. Do you have any information as to why Sandpoint in particular? What do they have against us?
It's
It's not normal activity for Stone Giant.
It may very well be that Sandpoint is simply just in a strategic place for them to mount the next steps in their campaign.
They think there is something here that they need. Do you have any idea what that might be?
Fortunately, no. Could it be
Can you
maybe
bring that?
related?
Can you bring that note up, Lou?
Yeah. And
Sandpoint could hide what my lord seeks. Quindamir, Waylon, Icarus. I think we all have a duty right now to put our heads together and figure out what the hell it is that they could want here. With everything we've been through, with whatever resources we have at hand, whether that be the library at Bluestone, I'm sure they will open those doors for you. I don't know where we could find this information, but there is something here that they want. And maybe if we can find it first and get it the fuck out of here, we could lure them somewhere else. But I am at a loss for what it could possibly be. Maybe something involving what was under the glassworks. But we were already there, so I don't know what it could be.
Hmm.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to begin searching.
The reoccurring issue we have been having has been falling on at least two subjects. One, it is with Sahedran runes. Throughout almost all of our campaigns, we have come across them. The ancient rune lords, their trinkets, their own magic. We've come across them in some shape, some point, some turn. Even amongst the stone giants, we've come across them yet again. So, either it has something to do with that, or, of course, our second reoccurring issue, our second divine thorn in our side. And that would be the beach monster queen herself. I fear to mention her name, as she has already been a prime destroyer or the hand behind the destruction of Ochanga. Rest in peace. Those are the two themes in which we have been dealing with constantly, my sister and brethren. So, my guess is that if we are going to be starting at some point and spreading out from there seeking information, we should start in those two locations and those two subjects.
Maybe if we look into Sandpoint's past, maybe we'll find answers.
This is a great place to start. And the foremost a subject on history and being an expert of that happens to be none other than Gwendamere.
Sounds like a good idea to me. In the meantime, I'll begin scouring the land. Looking for possible ways in.
Then that is what I will do. I will see the House of the Bluestone. They have let me use their library before. Perhaps
Might I suggest a starting point being the old lighthouse? As I remember correctly, it consisted of construction that is very reminiscent of the ancient Runelords, but its particular use was never something that we were able to put our finger on specifically. Perhaps if we take a second look now that we have more resources available to us, maybe the mystery that lies within the old lighthouse would actually be exactly what these monsters are looking for.
that's it. I will see what I can learn from the library at the House of the Bluestone. If you need to contact me, perhaps if we need to stay in contact, perhaps I might offer up an opportunity to share an empathic link amongst ourselves so that we might further collaborate in the defense of Sandpoint.
The thing is, now that we are here, we can drop off the troops from Maglemar here where they can help in the preparation of what is to come. But as for us, as for Red Lotus Society, it was my hopes that we could venture out away from Sandpoint and meet the oncoming enemies before they come here to the gates, rather than try to fight them here in such a sensitive area. So the research that you intend to do, hopefully it is simply a matter of you getting a few reference points from the library, and then you are able to do the rest of your research while we take to the trails. I believe Caldum's understanding of geography will be able to narrow down their point of entry to a few paths.
And then crashing atop
You
this
hear the first
house.
explosion.
Crashing atop this house. There's a boulder that came over the fucking front gate.
Oh
The
no.
first explosion. I had a feeling.
And the guards that are on the
Just
towers over there
in
start
time.
the guards that are on top of that tower, a bell starts ringing.
Yeah.
And then another, and then as that's ringing, another boulder hits like the side of that tower, and you can see a soldier fly off the tower, hit the floor.
Well, it would appear the decision has been made for us.
Damn.
Giants are with us.
It's time to whoop ass.
Man.
It's time to whoop ass. Do what we could.
Guys made it just in time.
We really did.
See,
Rise up, mighty heroes, Red Lotus on the go.
Icarus is just livid.
Yeah, as soon as that.
We could have had that whole. We could have had so full support, but this motherfucking man, bro.
But yo, before we go, Quinderman, did you tell the group why they needed blind fight potions?
I didn't hear.
No, he didn't tell them. I guess we can say that he did. The blind fight potions is for he has a symbol of mirroring spell prepped that he can activate at any time, and it basically gives 60 feet radius of mirror image, but just one image to everyone, allies and foes. That's how it works. And when you lose it at the start of your next turn, you'll get it again. So since this works for enemies also, how do we use it to make it an advantage? Well, we already know how to close our eyes to make mirror image worthless. But now they have concealment. But if you drink the blind fight potion, we keep the images, and basically we get to reroll on the concealment. Essentially, it's almost as if we're fighting regularly anyway, because of the 50-50 chance. So when that comes up as a necessity, because maybe our foes are many and we're outnumbered and whatever the fuck, that will be the sign. The sign is obviously when the symbol spell comes out. Can't miss it. And that would be the time to drink it, unless you drank it earlier, because heroics lasts pretty long. Fight starting now. Technically, you could drink it now, and whenever it comes up, you just have it ready. You just have to close your eyes and attack.
How long does it last?
Heroics last 30 minutes if it's at minimum casting level. So, yeah, pretty nice little defensive tactic.
Well, did we get a mage armor too?
Yeah, I gave out a mage armor to you, Kalden, Nasir, and Shalelu. Oh,
Yeah,
Calvin didn't need it. Oh, I guess I'll keep that for myself.
He's
Thanks.
wearing armor.
Yeah.
So are you.
I think mine is +4 too. Mine is +4
No,
too.
it's +5 now. You got +2 studded leather.
Yeah, I got +2. So I don't need it
yeah,
either.
you got +5 to your armor bonus. You don't need the mage
I guess I could give it to Icarus or Quindamir.
I mean, unless you're fighting incorporeals, but other than that.
I will take it.
Potions, so
I give it to Quindamir.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
And then
mage armor.
I'll take any extra ones too, because Nintetsu needs a mage armor too. You know what I mean? We can always use mage armor. Okay.
Yes.
And I gave the blind fights to Kaldum, Nasir,
to the melee, right?
Quindamir, and Shalelu.
Does blind fight work on melee? I mean, not melee, range.
On range, no, it probably doesn't. But like, at least she has
Blind
the
fight?
option.
Hey, you keep your dex bonus to AC against invisible.
You can't make ranged attacks though.
Did he say Rakim or no? Bugging.
Yeah, in the first line.
I said to the 4 melee people.
Okay.
Yeah.
In melee, yeah, it still says it. In melee, every time you miss because of consume, you can reroll your mischance. one
Yeah,
time to see if
you
you
can't
actually.
blind fire with ranged weapons.
I'm gonna give all
Okay.
y'all.
She's a
I'm
ranger,
gonna give
so
all
she's
y'all
got to have
greater
some bleeds.
Yeah, I
invisibility.
figured she got something. You know.
I'm gonna give all y'all greater invisibility.
Oh, that'll work.
That'd be nasty.
All right.
Oh, hitting
See
you
some
with
wild
melee.
ass
Oh,
damage.
okay. It's only melee attacks. The invisible attack will do if still apply for range attacks. Okay.
It's just the duration that would bite you in the ass, Icarus. But yeah, that's a good idea.
Give it to me and Caldwell. See some
I feel like that
crazy
duration
damage
is
go off.
not long
We'll
at
go
all.
over. Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like for me,
we'll
it's 10 rounds.
go over and what's that? What bonus? What buffs you
Yeah,
guys put on? But the Giants of Gum.
I can't believe that. We just got here just in time.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
No.
So,
I
do
knew
we
that
have
was
time
gonna
to
happen.
buff before we go to the front line, unless the fight's coming to us?
I think the bowler told you the fight's coming to us.
Right. It's on the way. The
So we
fight
can
is.
buff
He
them
said. He
before
said
they
he gets
get
his
here.
buffs now.
I mean, you
He
can
just.
buff before they get right up to the front gates.
I'm just gonna. I have a.
Okay. All right. Well, I
Just
didn't
do
set
mage
my.
armor
I didn't.
burst.
But
I should have done my
mage
spells.
armor.
I'll send my spells and everything.
for every round you buff, that's more damage to the gates.
To the place.
Yeah.
It's like in those video games where they're attacking and the bar's going down. You gotta
The
kill
The
it
bar,
bar is
before.
going
yeah.
down. Fuck you.
That's what it is right now. But
Oh man.
you don't want to.
I love how you know whatever. I'm gonna just take it. All right.
All right, for Wayland's extracts, just to let
You
y'all
know,
know,
you don't want to buff too long.
I got fucking
Right.
sheer spirit, and then I got 5 true strikes. So my
Share
plan is to
spirits. It's a
do
good
sheer
idea.
spirit and then do true strike on someone to get them a plus 20 on hits that they really, really need. I got invisibility. I got Cat's Grace, Heroics Rapid Shot, See Invisibility, and Alchemical Allocation. Paragon Surge, and then 3 channel keys, 1 for Caldon, 1 for Nasir, 1 for Rakim. I got Viper, Bomb Admixture, and Bit of Luck. And that's it for those. Rakim, you have combat readiness in your preservation flask. And Nasir, you have alchemical allocation in your preservation flask. So I guess you could use that to if you wanted, you could use that for the mage armor that you got if you wanted to keep that, or if you have any other potion on you that you want to duplicate, you could use that instead.
Gotcha.
I could give everyone a +4 morale to charm and compulsion effects. I can do that.
I'm pretty. Probably do protection from evil.
I could do that. Yeah, that'd be better than suppress charm and compulsions. We'll do that instead.
And say that suppress charm from if somebody actually does get hit, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, it has 2 options. You cast it to give a
I could
bonus,
do the 10 minutes or concentration.
or you cast it,
up to
yeah, or
one
you
more
cast it
hour.
to suppress charms and compulsions. But it's a concentration
And then
check for Icarus for her to do that. So, but
That is not ideal.
that's why it's
Oh yeah,
better to do
Lou.
+4 morale.
the
In
bonus
WhatsApp, I'll
lasts
send
Yeah.
you
10 minutes a
a
level.
list of the alchemical items that I'm grabbing from the armory, so that you know what I have on me.
I know
Right.
one of my spells is going to be Moment of Greatness, because Moment of Greatness combined with that spell that you're giving everybody, you can enjoy the benefits of a +4 morale bonus versus mind effective, but once during the duration, so it'll last 10 minutes. Once during the duration, you double a morale bonus with Moment of Greatness. So, let's say if somebody's trying to attack motherfucker's mind, and you really don't think you're gonna have a good roll, I think you let me read it again. You might be able to do it after you think it's gonna fail. Oh, before making the roll. No, so you'd have to do it preemptive. Like I'm not gonna risk it. Just double it. Considering now that we got fucking morale bonuses in there. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do protection from evil communal I'm gonna do that.
Oh shit, you got that?
I
Oh
think
yeah, communal. You do have that one. Yeah, I did remember seeing. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Till next week.
Yes,
Sounds
that
good.
was,
Till
that was a
next
good
week.
cliffhanger and leave off
All
on.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Roleplay was
The
good.
week seems so far away. I want to play tomorrow. Fuck it.
Shit.
All
All
right.
right.
Dude,